Welcome back to Wrestling Wrenaissance Run-In. My name is TJ Leo.
And my name is Cole 2K.
And yes, I have the belt on my shoulder, but today is not about predictions. Because we don't have... I mean, technically speaking, as we record this, we could have done a Saturday night's main event prediction show. But it is not a pay-per-view or a PLE, so we are nixing it from our schedule. And instead, seeing as Survivor Series just passed, we are going to rank all of the Survivor Series pay-per-views, just like we did with SummerSlam this past summer, on our good old Tiermaker chart here of GOAT, amazing, great, good, meh, bad, and trash. So quite the gambit of possible ratings here. And
They
we're
will
gonna
range for sure.
Oh, they are going to range.
A lot of good and a lot of bad.
Absolutely. So I'm going to put my title away because today is not about predictions. I don't need it to be hanging on my shoulder. It's very heavy, that burden of being champion. You know what I'm saying? The way it goes.
Yes, I would know.
Yes, you would know. You son of a bitch. So let's get right into it. Survivor Series debuted the year I was born. 1987 took place on Thanksgiving night, November 26th, at Richfield Coliseum in Ohio, which is not super far from here.
How many years was it actually on Thanksgiving? I think it was only the first 2 or 3.
I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out.
Changed to that weekend.
Yeah, I think it was a few of them, and then they were like, maybe we'll get more buy rates if we don't show it on a holiday. But this was the inaugural Survivor Series, and it only had 4 matches, and they were all Survivor Series elimination matches. The first of which...
well, the first year, it looks like it was 4v4. It was teams of 4.
For the first one?
Yeah.
No, it's for 19...
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm sorry, 5. It is 5 on 5 teams.
Yeah, they got some 5-on-5s and a 10-on-10, which is something to behold.
5,
get to that, though.
5 tag teams.
Yeah,
sounds like a AEW match.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the inaugural Survivor Series match was, as I said, a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Lasted 23 minutes. And it was Brutus Beefcake, Jake Roberts, Jim Duggan, Randy Savage, and Ricky Steamboat with Miss Elizabeth against the dangerous Danny Davis, Harley Race, Hercules, Honky Tonk Man, and Ron Bass with Bobby Heenan and Jimmy Hart at ringside. I can't comment on this match because I never saw it. There is a certain point at which I will be able to give my commentary, but this is not it. Do you remember this match?
I mean, it was obviously a long time ago since I've seen it. Obviously this was something that was a very new concept.
Yeah.
Just big.
There's some big names in this match.
Elimination tags. I mean, especially these early 5, 8, 10 Survivor Series, they are just absolutely littered with Hall of Famers. WWE Hall of Famers, International Professional Wrestling Hall of Famers.
Yep.
You name it. Cauliflower Alley Club. I mean, it's just take your pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jake Roberts, Randy Savage in here, Ricky Steamboat. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy on
absolute
on one team,
top tier. Yeah,
it's bonkers.
Harley Race, Honky Tonk.
Yep.
Yeah.
23 minutes seems a little short for a 5-on-5, but it's not terribly bad. Do you have should we create a sort of a ranking for pay-per-views that we haven't seen in a very long time, or do you think you'll be able to give this show a ranking when we get to it?
No, I think we can.
You'll be able to.
Yeah.
Okay. The second match was the women's Survivor Series match. The Fabulous Moolah, the Jumping Bomb Angels, which I'm not going to try to pronounce their names because I'm absolutely terrible at Japanese pronunciations, as we've encountered on AEW shows before. Rockin' Robin and Velvet McIntyre against Dawn Marie, Donna Christianello, the Glamour Girls, and Sensational Sherry. Some big names in here as well. We got Moolah. We've got the Glamour Girls I've heard of, and of course Sensational Sherry. Yeah, absolutely right.
Leilani Kai, former champion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The Fabulous Moolah team won this one. I should have mentioned the previous match. Brutus Beefcake, his team won on the first one.
The survivors were Randy Savage, Jake Roberts, and Ricky Steamboat.
Wow, I love it when 3 people survive. It's, it's like just domination.
Yep, That's 3 people survived. And Honky Tonk Man won by count, or the Honky Tonk Man left the ring and walked out.
Oh, he just peaced out. Oh,
yep,
okay.
He said peace out. Jeez. So
that sounds like Honky Tonk Man.
Yep.
Let's see. The 10 on 10 we had. This is gonna be a long list. The British Bulldogs, the Killer Bees, the Rougeau brothers, Strike Force, and the Young Stallions. That's funny. Versus the Bolsheviks, Demolition, the Dream Team, Heart Foundation, and the Islanders. There's some huge names in this match. Names. Just massive. We got Davey Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid. We got Rick Martel, Tito Santana, Nikolai Volkov. Demolition themselves are, huge. Yeah. Dino Bravo, Greg Valentine, Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart,
Santana,
Haku. Like, good lord, just another Hall of Fame cast.
I mean, when you think of tag teams history, tag team heritage history, that's like royalty there.
Oh, absolutely. And then you had a bunch of amazing managers at ringside too. You got Bobby Heenan, Mr. Fuji, Jimmy Hart, Johnny Valiant, and Slick all at ringside. It's crazy. That might be, aside from a Rumble match, the biggest match person-wise that I've ever seen.
Imagine if in today's times you have a 5-on-5 tag team match in WWE. You wouldn't have anywhere near the level of
caliber,
of teams.
Absolutely.
In this day and age, it's just unreal.
And this was the longest match of the night at 37 minutes.
Yep.
And then the main event, also a huge 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, no pun intended. We had Andre the Giant, Butch Reed, King Kong Bundy, the One Man Gang, and Rick Rude against Bam Bam Bigelow, Don Morocco, Hulk Hogan, Ken Patera, and Paul Orndorff. I mean, you have basically 10 Hall of Famers right there, really.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I mean, Bam Bam is not, and I think Rick Rude is not. Actually, I think Rude is now.
The fact that Bam Bam Bigelow is not in the Hall of Fame is a crime.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I just watched his Dark Side of the Ring episode. He's a cool individual.
He was.
Cool individual. All right.
And then on that one, it was Andre was the sole survivor.
Sole survivor. Who was the sole survivor in the tag match?
The tag match was the Killer Bees and the Young Stallions.
Huh. Wow. The two smallest teams in that list, basically. The two least known. Maybe not at the time, but yeah.
But yeah, there was only one match that had one survivor. All the other ones had multiple survivors.
Wow. Well, there you go. So where would you put the inaugural Survivor Series on our Tiermaker? I cannot contribute, unfortunately.
I mean, again, with like the SummerSlam that we did, or the Hell in the Cell, you kind of have to place it a little bit higher than you might normally.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was the first, it was innovative. It was a new concept pay-per-view. I mean, certainly not a GOAT status. No. I put it amazing. I'd say probably the bottom of amazing.
Okay. That's where we will start. All right. Moving on to the 1988 Survivor Series, which took place on, once again, Thanksgiving. This was November 24th. Once again, in Richfield, Ohio.
I think this was the first one to use the tagline, Teams of 5, Strive to survive.
Not the greatest tagline in the world. It definitely fits the times,
It
but
does.
it
Definitely
hasn't
makes
aged
sense.
well, I don't think.
No.
All right, this one also had 4 Survivor Series matchups, classic elimination matches. The first of which was the Ultimate Warrior, Brutus Beefcake, Sam Houston, the Blue Blazer, which is Owen Hart, Jim Brunzell against Honky Tonk Man, Ron Bass, Danny Davis, Greg Valentine, and Bad News Brown in the shortest match we've seen yet, 17 minutes. Some big names in there as well. First
Yep.
appearance of Warrior.
Owen Hart.
First appearance of Owen. Yeah. Got Bad News Brown in there. That's a name I haven't heard of in quite a while.
A while, yeah. From up in your neighborhood.
Yeah. The Ultimate Warrior, his team won that match.
He was a sole survivor.
Of course he was.
Yeah. He
The
eliminated
next.
Ron Bass and then Greg Valentine to win.
Oh, wow. Ron Bass is not a name I'm familiar with.
He was in a. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't recognize his name.
I was thinking Ron Simmons. Ron Bass. He was Outlaw Ron Bass. I think he was mainly Texas area, Mid South.
Yeah, the Outlaw Ron Bass.
Yeah, WCCW.
Yeah, he's with the NWA.
Cowboy gimmick. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes. All right. Second match was the longest match so far in the entire Survivor Series, just like the first one was the shortest at 42 minutes. Man, that's long. And this was another 5-on-5 tag team matchup, so 10 in each. The Powers of Pain, which was the Warlord and Barbarian, versus with the Rockers for first appearance of Shawn Michaels. The British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation, and the Young Stallions. Man, that is a team.
Yep.
That is that is a team right there. Holy crap. Against Demolition, the Brainbusters, wow, the Bolsheviks, the Fabulous Rougeaus again, and the Conquistadors. And
Uno
unsurprisingly, Uno and Dos. Man, yeah, that's pretty bad. And unsurprisingly, the first team won this one. Once again, a insanely OP team in hindsight.
But not the tag team that you might suspect. It was the Powers of Pain, the Barbarian and the Warlord were the sole survivors.
That's fair.
Sole surviving teams.
That's fair.
Not the Hearts, not the Rockers.
Yeah, right. Was it one of those
Bulldogs.
ones where if one partner gets pinned, the team's gone? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
One gets eliminated, the whole team's gone.
Gotcha. All right. The next one was another 5-on-5. We had Andre the Giant, Rick Rude, Dino Bravo, Mr. Perfect, Harley Race against Jim Duggan, Jake the Snake Roberts, Scott Casey, Ken Patera, and Tito Santana in a 30-minute
One of these
brawl.
is not like the other. Who is Scott Casey?
That is a good question.
Wow.
He is from Texas. He was there for 3 years. That probably explains why we've never heard of him.
Andre the Giant, Rick Rude, Dino Bravo, Mr. Perfect, Harley Race, Jim Duggan, all Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Jake Roberts, Ken Patera, Tito Santana, Hall of Famer.
Yeah. One of those is not like the other, and I can guarantee you from watching a bunch of more modern Survivor Series is that this is not the first time that we will see a lopsided team with one dude who just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant's team won this one.
Yep, Mr. Perfect and Dino Bravo were the survivors.
Oh, well, there you go. And then with the main event at 29 minutes, we had another 5-on-5. The Mega Powers, which was Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, Hercules, Coco Beware, and Hillbilly Jim defeating the Twin Towers, which was Akeem and Big Boss Man, Ted DiBiase, Haku, and the Red Rooster. Who the hell is the Red Rooster?
Terry Taylor.
Oh, Terry Taylor.
Red Rooster,
we talked about
Taylor.
this. Yeah, we talked about this on the SummerSlam show. I was like, who the heck is that?
Yep. Savage and Hogan.
Savage and Hogan. Well, there you go. Of course.
And Haku was the last wrestler eliminated. The last one eliminated. Yep.
I mean, I guess that's not too surprising. Haku was kind of a beast. And out of those guys, yeah, that makes sense to me. All right, where would you put this one?
Um,
Again, I can't. I'll let you know when I can contribute to the chart. I was 1 year old at this time, so
I was a little bit older. 10. It was good.
10.
I enjoyed it. Nothing really big sticks out. This was 85, 86, 87, 88. This was after WrestleMania 4. This was
Yeah.
when things were starting to get a little tense between Hogan and Savage.
Hmm.
When the Mega Powers would explode.
Mm-hmm.
I put it a good.
Good.
Yep.
All right.
I put it a good.
Alrighty. Next up was the 1989 Survivor Series, which again took place on Thanksgiving Day, November 23rd. And this time it was at Rosemont, Illinois.
Rosemont Horizon, Chicago area.
Which is always a great area for sure for crowds.
Yeah.
All right. So this one had it had a dark match, which we're not going to count the dark matches in this because there's a lot of dark matches in some of the later ones. So we're just going to go with the main events here. And there was 5. And all of these were 4-on-4s.
Yep, these were 4-on-4. I thought they did 4-on-4 at first and then 5-on-5, but
Seems like they went back and forth over the years. And pretty much all of these matches were within like 5 minutes of each other in terms of length. They all kind of got their time to shine equally, which is also a rarity I find in WWE history. The first match was the Dream Team, which was Dusty Rhodes, Brutus Beefcake, the Red Rooster, and Tito Santana against the Enforcers, which was Big Boss Man, Bad News Brown, Rick Martel, and the Honky Tonk Man. And the Dream Team won.
Dusty Rhodes and Brutus Beefcake, your survivors.
All right. Second match was the King's Court, which was Randy Savage, Canadian Earthquake. Is that just Earthquake? Or is that someone else? Yeah, that's the same Earthquake. Yeah. Why was he called Canadian Earthquake at that time?
I don't know why he was called the Canadian Earthquake. I think
initially, he was initially known as
the Canadian Earthquake. Yeah.
What a dumb name. I'm glad they shortened that. I also just watched a Dark Side of the Ring about him. Also seemed like a really cool dude. Yeah. The King's Court was Randy Savage, Earthquake, Dino Bravo, and Greg Valentine against the 4x4s, which was Jim Duggan, of course, Bret Hart, Ronnie Garvin, and Hercules. Who is Ron Garvin?
Ronnie Garvin, he was an old NWA champion. He held the title for like a week. He was
more of an NWA guy, it looks like.
Just a tough guy who really couldn't cut a promo. Kind of.
Yeah, a lot of those in the industry. Yeah.
Very, very bland.
King's Court came out victorious.
Had Randy Savage, Earthquake, and Dino Bravo.
Another 3.
Were your
3 out of 4 survived. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Next up was the Hulkamaniacs. Hulk Hogan, Jake Roberts, Axe and Smash against the $1 Million Team, Ted DiBiase, the Warlord, Barbarian, and Zeus.
It was very odd that Hogan was not in the main event of a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yep.
And not only not in the main event, but not even the opener. He was in the middle of the card.
Middle of the card.
Dead center.
With Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah, that turned out well.
Yeah.
Hulkamaniacs won.
Hogan was the sole survivor.
Of course he was. It's Hogan.
Why not?
Why not? Next up was the Rude Brood, which was Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, Jacques, who I assume is from the Rougeaus.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Jacques and Raymond Rougeau. Yep. Against Roddy's Rowdies, which is Roddy Piper, Jimmy Snuka, and Bushwhackers.
Very odd to see Piper and Snuka tagged together.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. It's very odd teams in this one, I will say. It's basically like 2 individuals with 2 tag teams.
Yep.
Or 2 individuals with a tag team, I should say.
Mr. Perfect was the sole survivor in that one.
Oh, all right. Gotta love Mr. Perfect.
Yep.
I didn't know why he was let go from WWE until I watched Dark Side of the Ring. I was like,
well, I guess
plane
the
ride from
second
hell.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, the second time, I should say. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Because I always wondered back then when I watched, I was like, where'd he go? He just disappeared one day. He was supposed to be the next big thing. And then he wasn't.
Well, I mean, he was in WWF or WWE for several years, and then went to WCW.
Ugh.
They came back, had the surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kept him. Um, but
And then
then,
let him go.
but then, just a few weeks or a month later, the plane ride
Plane
incident
ride from
happened, and
hell.
he went downhill from there.
I gotta say, those
Very
people
fast.
were, those wrestlers were really stupid. I can't believe they did that. Like, you
Yeah,
guys
it's
apparently felt untouchable.
yep.
Um, which in some cases they were,
Some
but
of them were.
yeah, sad. And then the main event was the Ultimate Warriors, so original,
Yeah.
which was the Ultimate Warrior, Jim Neidhart, Shawn Michaels, and Marty Jannetty against the Heenan family. Bobby Heenan. Bobby Heenan was in the match. Oh
Bobby
my
Heenan
god.
was in the match. Yep.
Andre the Giant, Haku, and Arn Anderson, and unsurprisingly, the Ultimate Warriors won.
The Ultimate Warrior eliminated Bobby Heenan at the end to be the sole survivor.
Bobby Heenan was the last one.
Bobby
Oh
Heenan
my
was the
god.
last one, and I'm sure he was just a chicken shit
Yeah,
who stayed out until he had to go in, and then got
that's so funny.
beat down by the Warrior.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Where would we put this on our rankings? It doesn't sound as good as the previous two, but I don't know. Didn't see it.
Yeah, it was kind of meh. I mean, a lot of these older ones are just kind of, I mean, more or less forgettable.
Yeah.
I mean, I really should go back and watch more of them again. Just to kind of catch up on these, or just to kind of get a feel on these. I watched some highlights and stuff, but I should really
Check
watch
them
some
out.
full matches of these. Yeah.
All
Um,
right.
but yeah, I would say this one's meh.
All right. We are meh.
I think I think this one will be high on meh
Okay.
at
All
the
right.
end of the night.
Next is up 1990. Once again, took place on Thanksgiving Day, November 22nd, in Hartford, Connecticut. And we had 6 matches on this card, and this was an odd card. We're going to get into it, though. All of these matches were really short in comparison to the previous shows. Starting with the Warriors, which was Ultimate Warrior, Hawk, Animal, and the Texas Tornado. Who was the Texas Tornado? Kerry Von Erich. Against the Perfect Team, Mr. Perfect, Axe Smash, and Crush. In a 14-minute bout, the Warriors defeated the Perfects.
That was Ultimate Warrior, Sole Survivor.
Again.
Again. Yep.
Next up was the $1 Million Team, Ted DiBiase, The Undertaker, Honky Tonk Man, and Greg Valentine. Against the Dream Team, Dusty Rhodes, Coco Beware, Bret Hart, and Jim Neidhart. First appearance of The Undertaker ever.
Yep.
His
This
debut.
this was the debut from Death Valley. Come down to the ring with Brother Love.
Look at the size of that hammock.
Yep, Roddy Piper.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep.
And just the
That was
people
cool.
in the stands, people in the audience, just in awe.
Gobsmacked. Yeah.
Yeah. Jaw dropped it.
I remember when I was a kid hearing about The Undertaker. I didn't watch wrestling, but I remember hearing about The Undertaker and just hearing how scared people were.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I mean,
legit scared of this guy.
I was what year was this? 2000? Yeah, I was 12. I was kind of scared.
1990,
Yeah.
yeah. The $1 Million Team won,
That was
which I'm assuming was Taker.
Ted DiBiase.
Okay. Surprising they didn't have Taker be the sole survivor there.
Undertaker was counted out in the match.
All right. Next up was the Visionaries, which was Rick Martel, the Warlord, Hercules, and Paul Roma against the Vipers, Jake Roberts, Jimmy Snuka, Shawn Michaels, and Marty Jannetty.
The Visionaries. That sounds like a Seth Rollins tag team.
It really does. The Visionaries. The Visionaries won. Surprisingly, they definitely didn't have the name.
That was a
The
clean
name
sweep.
credit. Oh, really? Wow.
Yep. The full team won. Yep.
Just all these veterans putting over this other team? That's interesting. I guess they weren't veterans, though, but especially, I guess Shawn Michaels and Marty were still young dudes at the time.
Yep.
17 minutes. The next one was Hulkamaniacs. Hulk Hogan, Jim Duggan, Big Boss Man, and Tugboat against the Natural Disasters, Earthquake, Haku, Dino Bravo, and the Barbarian. And, of course, the Hulkamaniacs won in 14 minutes.
And again, Hulk Hogan not in the main event, in the middle of the card.
Yeah, smack dab in the middle.
For now.
I also learned from the Dark Side of the Ring that Tugboat was also Typhoon and Shockmaster. Which
Tugboat was the babyface.
Yeah, Typhoon was the heel. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Shockmaster was just the thing that gave him royalties for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Shockmaster was the debacle.
So funny. God, what were they thinking? It's not even the entrance that made that thing fail miserably. It was the helmet.
It's the helmet, and then the I think it was Ole Anderson that was talking for him.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
To make the noise. Yeah.
Crazy. Let's see. Who was the sole survivor in that one? Of course he was. Should I even bother asking? God, the politics.
Just wait until later.
Oh, great. Next up was the Alliance. Nikolai Volkov, Tito Santana, Luke, and Butch against the Mercenaries, Sergeant Slaughter, Boris Zukov, Sato? Not sure what that is. Or is it Sato?
Sato.
Oh, is that Haku? Was that Haku?
No, this was a guy from the Orient Express.
Oh, okay. And Tanaka.
Yeah, Pat Tanaka.
And the Alliance won in 10 minutes. Yikes. That must have been a quick match.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick match. They, some of those were kind of getting up there in age.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is why you were telling me to wait till later?
Yeah, wait till later.
Hulk Hogan's in another match. Okay. So there was a 5-on-3 Survivor Series elimination match at the end of the show. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Tito Santana against Ted DiBiase, Rick Martel, the Warlord Hercules, and Paul Roma. And Hogan wins?
Hogan and the Warrior win, yep.
In 9 minutes.
Well, what this was the grand finale match of Survival. So this was the survivors of each Survivor Series elimination match would take part in the final elimination match in the main event.
That's kind of cool.
Split based on their heel or face alignments. So that match was made up of all the survivors of the rest of the matches.
That's kind of a cool idea. I'm not going to lie. I like that idea. Although a 9-minute match is not really a match. Let's be real.
No, it's not really.
That must have been so back and forth, like boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're done.
Yeah. There was a pinfall at 28 seconds, 1:51, 6 minutes, 7:17, 8:30, and then 9:07. So yeah, it was.
Jeez.
Boom, boom,
That's
boom,
crazy.
boom. Yeah.
All right, where would you rank 90?
Good. It was good. Yep, it was good.
Better or worse than 88? I'm assuming worse.
Worse.
All right. We're into the 90s here. Let's start with 91. Excuse me. Which was, once again, this one took place on Thanksgiving Eve, not on Thanksgiving Day, November 27th, 1991, in Detroit, Michigan. And this one had 5 matchups. And for the first time, one of them was not a Survivor Series elimination match. And we got some unique ones in here, so let's get to it. First match, opening match, was Ric Flair, the Mountie, Ted DiBiase, and the Warlord, with a crapload of managers, against Roddy Piper, Bret Hart, Virgil, and the British Bulldog. Ric Flair's team won in 22 minutes.
Yeah, that would have been Ric Flair, the sole survivor.
That makes sense.
Because DiBiase, the Mountie, Piper, Bret Hart, and Virgil were all DQ'd at one time.
Why?
Let's see.
They all
I
just
do
get in the
not
ring
think
and wouldn't get
they
out,
must
kind of
have.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flair pinned the British Bulldog. Piper pinned the Warlord, and then everybody else got disqualified at 22 minutes and 48 seconds. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Next up was Sergeant Slaughter, Jim Duggan, the Texas Tornado, and El Matador against Colonel Mustafa, the Berserker, Skinner, and Hercules. I know all of them except for Skinner. Who's that? Paul Kern. I
Paul.
feel like I know
Yeah,
the
he was.
name.
Yeah. Steve Kern.
I like how Colonel Mustafa is Iron Sheik. That
Yeah.
always makes me giggle a little bit.
And then El Matador was Tito Santana.
What? Why would he go as L?
I don't know.
Why would he change his name in the middle of
I
that? Is
had a
weird.
little bullfighter gimmick for some reason.
That is strange. But it's also Vince, so
Yep.
Sergeant Slaughter's team won in 14 minutes.
That would have been a clean sweep. Duggan, Slaughter,
Wow.
Texas Tornado, and El Matador in the clean sweep.
And then we had, once again, Hulk Hogan in the middle of the card. This one was a little strange, though. This was for the WWF Championship, one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Yep.
And The Undertaker won in 12 minutes.
Yep. Big story about this one. Hogan claims that Undertaker hurt him doing his Tombstone Piledriver. The big dispute on this.
Like
Hogan
legit.
says that, yeah, like legit.
Oh, I
Hogan
do, yeah. I remember
says
that.
Undertaker hurt him, and I mean, you can see on the video that it looks like Hogan's head is about 6 inches away from hitting.
Yeah, yeah. Hogan was just being another bitch politician that he was back then.
Yeah.
You'd think he would have at least checked the replay.
Yep.
Before he started spouting this off,
and then this set up this Tuesday in Texas. What, 4 days later? For the next pay-per-view, like 4 days later, for Hogan to win it back.
The longer time goes on, the more I dislike Hogan. It really is. It's hard to like him at this point. All right. Next up was the Nasty Boys and the Beverly Brothers against the Rockers and the Bushwhackers in a 4-on-4 Survivor Series tag team match. The Nasty Boys and the Beverly Brothers won in 23 minutes.
And this one was it was 3 survivors: Brian Knobbs, Jerry Sags, both the Nasty Boys, and one of the
so it wasn't a tag team match. It was just four individuals.
Yeah.
Just they happened to be in tag teams.
Yeah. It was 2 tag teams, but it was not a tag team elimination.
Gotcha. And then the main event, strangely, is Big Boss Man and the Legion of Doom against IRS and the Natural Disasters in a 3-on-3 Survivor Series match where Big Boss Man and Legion of Doom won in 15 minutes.
That would have been the Legion of Doom. Animal and Hawk were the survivors.
Why in the world was this the main event and not Taker versus Hogan?
I don't know.
That makes no sense to me. There's no way that the Big Boss Man, Legion of Doom, IRS, and the Natural Disasters were more over than Hogan and Undertaker. Unless at that time this was when Hogan was like really downhill and was nearing leaving. But I don't remember when he left though. So
it says,
but it was also for the WWF Championship too. So it's like, why was this not in the main event? That's weird.
I mean, this is when Savage and Jake Roberts were having their feud. When the whole snake biting Savage. Yeah.
And he's not even on the show.
Right. Yeah, because they were removed from the show. But as far as why that one was the main event, that's a good question.
Dumb. Yeah, very dumb. Don't like that at all.
Definitely a rough question.
All right, where would you put 91?
I would probably put that.
It seems meh to me.
But it did have the Undertaker winning his championship, winning his first
It did,
championship.
but it wasn't in the main event, which is weird.
Top of Matt.
And top of Meh.
Top
Top
of
of
Matt.
Meh it goes. 1992 Survivor Series was once again in Richfield, Ohio. Took place on November 25th. I'm not sure if that was Thanksgiving that year or not. Yes, it was. But no, it's Thanksgiving Eve. Thanksgiving Eve. All right. This one had 8 matches, and man, were some of them short. First one was the Head Shrinkers against High Energy, which was Owen Hart and Coco Beware in a standard tag team match. Head
So this
Shrinkers
was
won in 7 minutes.
Rikishi Fatu, Rikishi's debut, and Samu, who would have been, I believe, no, never mind. That's not Jacob's father.
No,
Nope.
I don't think so.
But yeah, that's definitely Rikishi.
Yeah, I'm not sure who Samu is. I don't know that name. He doesn't even look familiar, so I'm not sure. I know who Alpha is. It's a short match, though, either way. 7 minutes.
Yep.
Yeesh. Well, you thought that was a short match. Next up was Big Boss Man defeating Nails in a nightstick on a pole match.
Where's Vince Russo, bro?
That is a good question. 5 minutes, 44 seconds. Anything on a pole match needs to be banned from our memories, I think. Pretty awful.
Yeah,
match.
That was definitely a.
I mean, go ahead and name
fad
me
from
one
that time.
5-star on a pole match.
Hey,
Go for
Meltzer, take it easy, Meltzer.
it.
We don't talk about star ratings on this show.
That's true. Next up was Tatanka defeating Rick Martel in a singles match, 11 minutes, 7 seconds. So as you've noticed, this is the first pay-per-view for Survivor Series where the eliminations match was not the focus, as it were, or not the prominent thing about the show. A lot of classic match types on this one.
Yep.
Randy Savage and Mr. Perfect defeated Ric Flair and Razor Ramon by DQ in 16 minutes. That's another thing I've noticed about watching some of these older shows, especially I'm in the Attitude Era right now. You and I were talking about that before the show, but holy crap, they love DQs.
They did.
Oh my god, they were awful.
I guess it's a way to keep the.
It's called lazy writing, is what it is.
Yeah, it is lazy booking to keep people looking strong that don't win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next up was the shortest match of the night: Yokozuna defeating Virgil in 3 minutes 34 seconds.
Yep.
Yikes!
That was the Survivor Series debut of Yokozuna, and then last match was a debut of Razor Ramon in the Survivor Series. Yeah.
There you go. And then we finally have our traditional Survivor Series elimination match. 4-on-4, the Natural Disasters and the Nasty Boys against Money Inc. and Beverly Brothers. And the Natural Disasters and the Nasty Boys won in 15 minutes. And why is my cat going psycho? Hold on. What are you doing?
That would have been the Nasty Boys as the survivors.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
What are you doing? He's like doing laps. It's very strange. It looks like he's trying to catch a mouse, but there's no mouse in here. I'm not sure what he's doing. All right. The next match was a coffin match. Undertaker defeated Kamala in 5 minutes, 27 seconds. 3 or 4 basically squash matches on a pay-per-view. That's good booking, Vince.
I mean, if Kamala won.
He did not.
Okay, never mind.
No, Undertaker defeated Kamala. Yeah, this is just a squash match pay-per-view so far. Yep. It's pretty ugly. However, we did have the main event probably be a killer one. Bret Hart defeated Shawn Michaels by submission in a 26-minute bout for the WWF Championship. This was a Bret Hart defense.
Yep. And Michaels, well, I guess they didn't tap out at that time, but Michaels did submit to the sharpshooter.
He did.
Yep. And
that was That was probably the only amazing match on the card
I mean,
from all viewpoints. I would have said that Randy Savage and Mr. Perfect versus Ric Flair and Razor Ramon was great, but it also ended in DQ. So
you brought up stars earlier. Meltzer actually awarded this one 4.5 stars.
nice. The Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels match.
Yep, which at that
Yeah.
time apparently was a 5-star scale. But now,
Oh, an actual 5-star scale.
yes, but now it's in a scale of infinity. So who knows
Yeah,
what this would rate now?
I give this 18 stars.
Yes.
Stupid.
But
All
yeah,
right,
this is the first one that we really see stray from the traditional Survivor Series matches.
which I'm okay with, by the way. I don't think the whole show should be the gimmick. Which I think
I mean, certainly not now. No,
not nowadays. Back then, it was probably cool.
Yep.
But nowadays, we all know how bad gimmick pay-per-views are. So,
Yeah.
where would you put 1992 on our list? I mean, it has to be the lowest so far, given. Well, I mean, given what we just read. I mean, you had 3 squash matches, 4 if you count the 7-minute one. But you did have maybe the best main event so far in the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels match. But one match cannot carry a pay-per-view, in my opinion. It's up to you, though.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna say meh.
Meh? Where
Meh.
on meh? Low end of meh? High end of meh? Can't be better than 91.
Middle.
Middle?
Yeah.
All right. 93. Once again on Thanksgiving Eve, November 24th, this time in Boston, Mass. And we had 5 matches on this one. And they were almost all Survivor Series elimination matches again. We started off with Team Razor defeating Team IRS. Team Razor was the 1-2-3 Kid. Was 1-2-3 Kid X-Pac? Yeah.
Yep, that was X-Pac.
Marty Jannetty, Randy Savage, and Razor Ramon. Team IRS was Adam Bomb, Diesel, IRS, and Rick Martel. And as I said, Team Razor beat Team IRS in 26 minutes.
That one, the 1-2-3 Kid, Sean Wallman, and Marty Jannetty were the survivors.
Oh. Wow. These 3 Survivor things is strange to me still. It's like a one-sided affair. The Hart family, which was Bret Hart, Bruce Hart, Keith Hart, and Owen Hart. Was Bruce and Keith even wrestlers?
Yeah, I mean, they were in Stampede Wrestling.
Okay.
Up there. But they never came down here to New York or
Oh my god.
WWF. But yeah, they were, they were, of course, Hart. So they were Hart. So of course they wrestled in the dungeon and that kind of thing.
This was a weird match because it was against Shawn Michaels and his Knights. which I don't even know what to say to that. Your mic is pooched. Yeah, it sounds like gravel being dragged along a dirt road.
Any better?
Slight improvement.
What'd
That's
you do?
weird. I didn't touch nothing. Unless it's just me hearing it, but you sound bad. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah, you sound like you're like a gargly robot.
Huh, okay. Let me see something.
Maybe just disconnect and reconnect your Bluetooth. Yeah, it's kind of awful. But it's awful in a different way. Houston, we have technical difficulties. It doesn't sound like it's your headset anymore. It sounds like it's using the laptop. Or no, you don't have a laptop. Sounds like it's using a different mic. I'll have to cut this. Oh, okay. Well, that's a problem. Okay. It's recording you again.
Okay.
And you sound better. Okay. Weird.
Okay.
Very strange. Yeah, I'll be able to fix that. I'll just have to cut it out. So I'll just do a timestamp here. It was around 46 minutes.
Okay. That was weird. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was odd. No, it something just glitched for sure. 46 minutes cut. I'll just put that in the Discord chat so I remember to do that. Okay. Where were we? We're back after some technical difficulties. Everything's fine. No need. Do not look behind the curtain. Where were we? We were on. Oh yeah. So it's Shawn Michaels and his Knights were facing
We were
the
talking
Hart
about
family.
the Knights, yeah.
Yes. So the Black Knight was
Jeff Gaylord.
yeah, who's that? Yeah.
It was a no name.
Okay, so a no name. And then the Blue Knight was Greg Valentine.
Yep.
The Red Knight was Barry Howitz.
Barry
and then
Horowitz.
Shawn,
Yep.
and then Shawn Michaels. And
Yep.
the Hart family won in 30 minutes.
Shawn lost by countout. My guess is he just said, "I'm out of here. This doesn't work for me, brother." Yep.
All right. The next one was the Heavenly Bodies against the Rock and Roll Express in a traditional tag team match for the SMW Tag Team Championship. What is that?
Smoky Mountain Wrestling. That was Jim Cornette's.
And why was this
promotion.
at WWE Survivor Series?
Just because they were working together.
Oh, I had no idea that was a thing.
Yep.
Interesting.
So it wasn't necessarily the developmental, but they had a working relationship.
Interesting.
Yep.
The Heavenly Bodies defeated the Rock and Roll Express to become the new champions. Oh my god, the next one was a traditional 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. The Four Doinks, which was the Bushwhackers and Men on a Mission, which was Mabel and Mo. Defeated Bam Bam Bigelow, Bastion Booger,
Oh, yeah.
Bastion Booger, and the Head Shrinkers. In 10 minutes, the Four Doinks won. In 10 minutes, the Four Doinks won. Oh my god.
Yep. That was a clean sweep.
Is this the point at which we're getting into like weird WWE territory with like weird gimmicks and stuff? It's feeling that way.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So this was like bottom of the barrel WWE kind of era. All right.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Who was the sole survivors in that? Not that I care in this particular case.
That was a clean sweep by the Four Doinks.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Man, you got to feel awful if you lose against the Four Doinks clean sweep. I got to say that. Yeah, that sucks. Why was that booked that way? Oh, awful. All right. The main event was the All-Americans, Lex Luger, Steiner Brothers, and The Undertaker. Why The Undertaker is an All-American, I'm not entirely
because Death Valley is in America.
Is that right? Is that the reason they went with?
Yeah,
oh my god.
It must be.
Okay. Oh, because the other team was the Foreign Fanatics. Oh my god. Crush, Jacques, Ludwig Borgia, and Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Borga?
Yep.
And the All-Americans, of course, won in 28 minutes. Almost 20. Just shy of 28 minutes.
And that would have been Lex Luger was the sole survivor.
Man. Yeah, I can tell that this was when WWE was downhill for sure.
Yep.
This was ugly, this show.
Yeah, that's when they were building. That's when they were building up Lex Luger. This was obviously the first one without Hogan and Savage.
I feel like things are not in a good place when the middle match of your card is not even WWE. They're like, man, our roster right now is pretty weak. Can we borrow a couple guys? Yeah, that's pretty. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah. But yeah, this was after Hogan left, and
oof. Yeah.
They were trying
the dark days.
Yeah, and they were trying to pass it on to Luger.
Yeah, that worked out very well. Okay, where's this go? This has to be damn near close to the bottom, right? I wouldn't say it's trash. But it's got to be bottom of meh or bad, right?
Yeah, it's got to be bad.
It's got to be bad.
It's got to be bad.
All right, our first bad. All right, 94 took place on Wednesday, the 23rd, 1994, in San Antonio, Texas, and it is the final Survivor Series to be held on Thanksgiving Eve or day. At least up until that point, it was the last one. We had 5 matches on this card. First of which was the Bad Guys, which was the 1, 2, 3 Kid, British Bulldog, Fatu, Razor Ramon, and Sion. The
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Yep.
Yeah. And defeated the Teamsters, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Jim Neidhart, Owen Hart, and Shawn Michaels in 21 minutes. Wow, that's surprising that the Teamsters lost on that one.
Yep. Razor
Big
Ramon
names.
was the sole survivor.
Oh, that's cool.
After the Bulldog, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Jim Neidhart, Owen Hart, and Shawn Michaels were all counted out. Well, Diesel.
What?
Well, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Jim Neidhart, Owen Hart, and Shawn Michaels were all counted out at the same time.
Oh my God. These are some strange booking decisions.
Yes.
All right. Second match was the Royal Family, which was cheesy. Cheesy doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Sounds gonna tell you that right now. So I don't know who that is. Jerry Lawler, which we know who Jerry Lawler is, and Queasy and Sleazy.
This was a how do you say it? This was
Jerry Lawler's like
Jerry Lawler
minions.
Yeah, you can say that. They were all
cheesy, queasy, and sleazy.
Yeah, you had Jerry Lawler and Doink versus or Jerry Lawler and Three Little People versus Doink. And
it was Little People.
Yeah.
The Clowns Are Us was Dink the Clown, Doink the Clown, Pink the Clown, and Wink the Clown. Yeah. Oh yeah, this was definitely the dark days of WWE. Holy shit.
Yeah, this was yeah.
I didn't even realize that. That's so funny. Yeah. Cheesy, queasy, sleazy, Dink, Pink, and Wink. All right. Well, the Royal Family won in 16 minutes. Who cares?
Yeah, it was a clean sweep by Jerry Lawler and his team of
little people.
Yeah, little people. And his Royal Family.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Next up was a throw in the towel match for the WWF Championship between Bob Backlund against Bret Hart. And Bob Backlund won when Helen Hart threw Bret's towel into the ring at 35 minutes. I bet you that was a good match, though.
Yeah, this was Bob Backlund with Owen Hart, like you said. This was when Owen and Bret were feuding with each other, and Owen actually got Helen to throw in the towel for Bret.
And once again, the WWF Championship not in the main event. Can't wait to see what is. All right. Next up was another Survivor Series elimination match. The $1 Million Team. Bam Bam Bigelow, Jimmy Del Rey, King Kong Bundy, Tatanka, and Tom Pritchard. Pretty good team. Defeated the Guts and Glory, which was Adam Bomb. God, that name. Bart Gunn, Billy Gunn, Lex Luger, and Mabel in 23 minutes.
Yep. That was Bam Bam and Bundy were the survivors.
The big dudes.
Which dudes. Kind of odd to see Bundy in WWF that late. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
I mean, he had been there, or he had left for a while and then came back, but he was still kicking.
Yeah, he had a very interesting look. That guy.
Yeah, he did. I remember him being in Popeye. I was scared of him in the movie Popeye.
Never saw the movie Popeye.
It was Brutus. Yeah, it had Robin Williams.
Oh, I need to watch it then.
Yep, Robin Williams is Popeye.
All right, in the main event, we had a... Oh, jeez. Well, now I know why this was the main event instead, because it's Vince. Casket match with Chuck Norris as special enforcer. The Undertaker defeated Yokozuna in a just grudge match, I guess. Because reasons. In 15 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm not sure why Chuck Norris had anything to do with Taker and Yokozuna.
No, this was a casket match.
Yeah. But why was this a main event? Just because Chuck Norris was the main event? I
must be. Yeah.
I mean, no offense to Taker and Yokozuna. I mean, they're amazing, Hall of Famers. But why wouldn't the WWF Championship match be the main event? Very strange. Very strange.
Okay. Yeah, that is. Very odd to not have the title.
It makes sense from a Vince standpoint, because Vince was always like, people are here to see Chuck Norris. They're not here to see the title.
And they did get to see him super kick. Who did he super kick? He super kicked Jeff Jarrett.
Why was Jeff Jarrett out there?
He came out to interfere to try to get, because he was with Cornette. He was kind of
With Yoko.
yeah, he was kind of associated with Cornette, who was with Yokozuna. You had people come out to help. Bundy and Bigelow came out to try to interfere. Of course, Erwin R. Scheister, too, and Jeff Jarrett, but Undertaker ended up winning.
Man.
Guess he had the
these
power
were the power of the art.
Yeah.
All right, this was a pretty bad show. Yeah, this was rough.
It did have that great match between Backlund and Hart.
They always seem to save it from trash so far. If it wasn't for Bob Backlund and Bret Hart, this might be trash. This might be pretty low. What are you thinking? Was this worse or better than '93, the one we just did last year?
Probably worse.
Okay, it's worse. I mean, you had the little people match. It's pretty
match, yeah.
Pretty terrible. For a pay-per-view, we have our worst, a new king of the worst. All right, 95 took place November 19th in Landover, Maryland, however you say it.
Yeah, Maryland.
And we had 6 matches, starting with a Survivor Series match, the Body Donnas, which was Skip, Radford, Dr. Tom Pritchard, and 1-2-3 Kid, defeating the Underdogs, Marty Jannetty, Hakushi, Barry Howitz, and Bob Holly in 18 minutes.
Of course, Skip was Chris Candido. Radford was Louis Spicoli, somebody from ECW fame and WCW.
He performed in Mexico under the ring name Madonna's Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, wrestling was so funny back then. All right. Who was the survivor?
1-2-3 Kid was a sole survivor.
Nice. I always thought he was underrated, man. I always.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, he never. He was never in the World Championship picture, I guess, because of his size. But
his size, yeah. But Shawn Michaels did.
Saying. I mean, he was smaller than Shawn, I think.
Yeah, I think he was too.
He was more cruiserweight.
Amoko Watanabe.
Yeah, in no way.
I'm Saki Sakawa and Chaparita Asari.
Yep.
In 10 minutes.
Yep. You got it.
Whew, man, that was a tongue twister, let me tell you. This was the first women's match since the first Survivor Series, if I remember correctly.
And after this one, probably the last for a couple years.
Yeah. Who was the survivors on that one?
Asia Kong.
Okay.
Was a sole survivor.
Yeah, I don't recognize almost any of them. I do. I recognize Bertha Faye. I recognize Asia Kong.
And Alundra Blaze.
And Alundra Blaze, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I don't recognize the others. Next up was a singles match. Goldust defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in 8 minutes. I guess this was when Bam Bam was kind of on his way out, I'm assuming.
Must have been.
He was only around for 3 years, and this is, 93? Or is this 90? Oh, this is 95. Oh, yeah. Wow. I can't believe he was still around then. Wow. Okay.
This was before he went back to ECW.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Why they were having a match, I don't know.
Yeah. Especially on a card full of elimination matches.
Yeah.
To have them be, high enough priority wise to have a match, but it was only 8 minutes, so it's not like they took up a lot of time.
Yeah.
All right. Next up was another Survivor Series elimination match, the Dark Side, which was Undertaker, Savio Vega, Fatu, and Henry O. Godwin defeating the Royals, King Mabel, Jerry Lawler, Isaac Yankem, which was Kane, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, in 14 minutes by countout.
Yep. Countout. Mabel. Is this another one where he just said peace out? Yep. The Undertaker eliminated the first three people on the other team. Lawler, Kane, or Isaac Yankem, and Triple H. Mabel knocked him down. He did his little sit-up thing, and that scared the bejesus out of Mabel, and he hopped over and left.
Which is funny, considering Mabel eventually becomes, spoilers, a member of Undertaker's ministry, eventually.
Yep. So that was a clean sweep, but Undertaker eliminated everybody.
Wow. All right. Next up was another 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, the British Bulldog, and Psycho Sid defeated Yokozuna, Owen Hart, Razor Ramon, and Dean Douglas. Who is Dean Douglas? He's the one that stands out. Shane Douglas.
Yeah, Shane Douglas. Yeah.
In 27 minutes. That's a good set of wrestlers right there.
Yep. Except for Ahmed Johnson.
I liked Ahmed Johnson, but I've heard he was I've heard he was just unsafe.
Yeah, he was definitely rough around the edges, and little,
and not
big.
Rough like British Bulldog rough.
Right.
Rough.
Yeah, it was
rough.
Hey, I gotcha.
took you a second to get that one.
Doggone it.
You're usually the one to make those jokes, so I had to get one in eventually.
Yep.
All right. Who was the survivors on that one?
Ahmed Johnson, British Bulldog, and Shawn Michaels.
All right. And in the main event, finally, we have a WWF Championship match in the main event. Bret Hart versus Diesel, no disqualification match. Bret Hart defeated Diesel, becoming the new champion in 24 minutes.
This
probably not great.
I mean, it was no DQ, so I'm guessing there was some kind of tomfoolery.
Oh, I'm sure. Was Diesel with Michaels at that time? No, I don't think he was. This was post.
This there was actually a small package. Rolled him up in a small package to win the championship.
Yeah, that's very Bret Hart.
That's very Vince too.
Yeah.
Very Vince.
All right. Where do we put this one? This one seems slightly improved. It's definitely not worse than 94, if I can tell. Had a couple of good ones in there. What are you thinking? We're not quite to me yet.
Bottom of good.
Bottom of good.
Yeah, we'll go bottom of good.
All right, 96. The infamous 96 took place at Madison Square Garden in New York City. And we had, let's see what we got. We got 6 matches. 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match opened the show with Doug Furnace, Henry O'Godwin, Phil LaFawn, and Phineas Godwin. I have no idea who Phil LaFawn or Doug Furnace is.
Furnace and LaFawn, they went and wrestled in ECW after this, I do believe.
Gotcha. Well, they defeated the British Bulldog, Leif Cassidy?
Al Snow.
Oh, that's Al Snow.
Yep.
What a terrible name. I like Al Snow better. Marty Jannetty, who I'm surprised was still around at that point.
They were the New Rockers at that time.
Leif Cassidy and Marty Jannetty?
Yep.
Oh, wow. And Owen Hart in 20 minutes.
With Clarence Mason, so that would have been the Nation of Domination time.
Gotcha. Who is the Survivor Series, or survivors in this one, I should say?
That would have been Furnace and LaFawn were the survivors.
Okay. Next up was a singles match with Undertaker versus Mankind, with Paul Bearer suspended above the ring in a shark cage.
Oh, a shark cage match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you note that this one was in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah.
Okay.
In New York City.
Looks like this one was a week or two before Survivor Series, or before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So this was Undertaker defeated Mankind in just under 15 minutes. Probably a pretty cool match.
Yep.
Which started, I'm sure, a long journey
Yeah.
And we all know where that went. All right, next up was a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. Jake Roberts, Mark Mero, Rocky Maivia, which was his debut, The Rock.
Yep.
The Stalker. Who the hell's the
Barry
Stalker?
Windham.
Oh, Barry Windham.
Yep.
How do you know these things off bat? I have to look them up real quick, and you're getting them. I'm just gonna ask you.
Remember this?
Oh yeah, the trivia champion.
Champion. That's right.
All right. So they defeated Crush, Goldust, Jerry Lawler, and Triple H in 23 minutes.
Yep. And of course, your sole survivor, Rocky Maivia. Yeah.
Next up, we had one of the best matches of all time. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a singles match to determine the number one contendership to the WWF Championship. This was, of course, their prelude to their match at WrestleMania. Was it? Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yep.
28-minute match. This must have been a banger. I think I may have seen this pay-per-view. We're getting into that territory now.
Banger with how many hours? 4 hours? 5 hours? Was that a 5-hour banger?
Banger.
Shout out to Ryan in the Discord.
Yeah. So yeah, this was probably amazing.
Yeah.
Next up was 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. Oh god, yeah, this was terrible, and I'm glad it was short. Fake Diesel and Fake Razor Ramon, Farouk and Vader versus Flash Funk, Jimmy Snuka, Savio Vega. Why is Jimmy Snuka still here? Holy shit!
He came back.
My god, Savio Vega and Yokozuna. It ended in a no contest at 9 minutes and 48 seconds. How does it end in a no contest?
You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them disqualified all at the same time.
And they were the only ones left.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even. Notes. What a waste of time. That's terrible.
Oh, Jimmy Snuka had been inducted into the WWF Hall of Fame the night before.
Oh, they did that before Survivor Series back then?
I guess. Yeah. Back
Weird.
then, yeah.
All right. Weird. Dumb match. Shouldn't have been on the card. Fake Diesel and Fake Razor should never have been a thing. Yeah. In the main event, we had Psycho Sid defeating Shawn Michaels for the WWF Championship in 20 minutes. Yeah.
Definitely
not a great match.
Kind of odd thing to think about Sid going 20 minutes in a match, but definitely if someone compared him to a 20-minute match, it's going to be Shawn.
And even then, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels could have had a better match with a broom, as people have said.
Yep.
All right.
But even still with that, you had Undertaker and Mankind, Bret and Shawn. You had
the debut of Rock.
The debut of The Rock.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels. Hold on.
I'd say it was... Yeah. Oh, he's coughing. He's choking. You can't die on air, just as an FYI. No doubt.
Might get some views if we did that, though.
Yeah, it's true. YouTuber dies live.
Yes.
While talking about Survivor Series.
Yes, I am, and you would be the sole survivor.
I would be the sole survivor. Wow. I'm assuming this is bottom of good.
Are you kidding me? No.
Oh, it can't be higher than that, can it?
It can't?
I don't think. I mean, you have Fake Diesel and Fake Razor on this card in a 9-minute. You do. You have three. You have really two great matches. One notable, debut.
Notable debut. You got the debut of The Rock.
Yeah, it's a notable debut. But then you also have a not great main event. You have Fake Diesel, Fake Razor. You had the Godwins in there because reasons. And then that opening matchup. Oh, that was the opening matchup. Yeah, I don't. It actually kind of screams meh to me, but I would put it at the bottom of good.
I think that
it's up to you.
I think that
it's up to you.
Looks pretty empty.
Great? What? You think this was well? Oh man, if you think those matches carry it to great,
I
okay,
mean, I think top of good.
top of good. All right,
Top of good.
I,
It was Madison Square Garden. It was New York.
yeah,
You had all that. Yeah, I say top of good.
all right. I can get down with that. All right, 97, the
Infamous.
infamous 97 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Opened up with a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. The New Age, Outlaws, and the Godwins defeated the Headbangers and the New Blackjacks, which was Bradshaw and Barry Windham,
Yep.
in 15 minutes.
That would have been the New Age Outlaws, or the.
Nice.
Yep. And
Good
that
match.
was. Okay, yeah, that was an individual elimination tag. That
Yep.
was not a tag team losing the
Tag
round.
team one.
Yep.
Yeah, good match. Next one, not so much. We had the Truth Commission, which was the Jackal, the Interrogator, Sniper, and Recon. Uh, so, oh, Don Callis
Don
was the
Callis was the
Jackal.
Jackal, yep. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The Interrogator was, yeah, Robert Millay. I don't know who that is. Oh, Kurrigan. Oh, oof, oof. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Kurgan.
Sniper was, don't know him. Luke Poirier. No. And Recon was, Buchanan.
Bull Buchanan. Yeah, that's
Buchanan.
Bull uh his son is in NXT right now.
Oh, cool. I
Yep.
always loved Bob Buchanan. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, in the ring he was great, but he was, a charisma black hole. So,
Yeah.
that's why I never.
I mean, he'd
That's why I
probably
never
fit
ran
in right
anywhere.
now pretty well with the White Six.
I would probably put him with Final Testament, but
Right.
sure.
Final Testament, White Six.
Oh
Say,
no, your thing's doing it again.
you say potato, I say potato. What?
Oh,
Why is this
oh,
thing doing
oh!
it?
It
What?
fixed it. No,
Fix
it
it?
fixed itself. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's wireless interference on your headset or something.
I don't know.
Or maybe it's my internet. It could be. Yeah, who knows? All right. So yeah, the Truth Commission won in 9 minutes, just shy of 10. Sorry, they were against the Disciples of Apocalypse, which was Crush, Chains, 8 Ball, and Skull.
Yes. That would have been the twins. Obviously Crush,
The
Chains.
Harris brothers.
Yeah, the Harris brothers. And then Skull was wait, what?
Chains, 8 Ball, and Skull were all Harris brothers.
No.
It was
Uh
wasn't it? Brian Harris,
Lee. Brian
Donald
Lee.
Harris, and Ron.
No, Brian Lee was fake. I think Brian Lee was fake Diesel.
Oh God. Well, either way, this match not good. I'm sure.
No,
no,
not that good.
Nothing good here. Just out of curiosity, who was the survivor?
Kurgan, the interrogator.
Oh my God.
Yes.
How? Why did they think? Oh, because he's a big dude. No, Vince.
Yeah, Vince, big dude.
He was awful. All right. Next up was Team Canada versus Team USA. Team Canada was the British Bulldog, Jim
Wait,
Neidhart,
what?
Doug Furner.
Team Canada, right?
Yeah.
The British Bulldog?
Yeah, that's odd.
Yes.
That is odd.
That is very odd.
Was he actually Canadian though? Let's see.
No.
Born? Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. He died in Canada, but he was born in England. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that is very strange, Team Canada. Jim Neidhart, British Bulldog, Doug Furnace, Phil LaFon defeated Team USA, Vader, Goldust, Mark Merrow, and Steve Blackman in 17 minutes. Sounds like Team USA was the better team name-wise. But I don't remember it being a good match, though.
I mean, Team Canada was recycled and used in TNA about 10 years later.
Yes, it was.
I mean,
Petey Williams.
Scott D'Amore. I don't remember a whole lot about this, but just looking at it, it seems just like a bunch of people thrown together. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I did watch this one recently.
The British Bulldog was your sole survivor. All
right. Next up, we had a singles match. Kane defeated Mankind in 9 minutes. Sure. I don't really have anything to say there. Just sure, it's Kane.
It was Kane.
It's Kane and Mankind. Yeah. Next up, another 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. Ken Shamrock, Ahmed Johnson, Legion of Doom defeated the Nation of Domination in 20 minutes.
Yep. Ken Shamrock was your sole survivor after tapping out The Rock and D'Lo Brown, or the D'Lo Brown and then The Rock.
Gotcha.
To win.
Was this the one where he went crazy and continued to... No, it wasn't. No, never mind. No. There was one match where Ken Shamrock went crazy and continued to keep his ankle lock on someone, and then they reversed the decision.
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
Made him lose the match, but this wasn't it. Next up was the Intercontinental Championship singles match. Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Owen Hart. Was this one where he broke his neck?
No, that was Survivor Series.
This is Survivor Series.
Yeah, that was a Survivor Series that happened.
This is Survivor Series.
No, I'm sorry. SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
SummerSlam that happened.
It was only a 4-minute match, though. Are you sure?
Yes.
So why was it only 4 minutes? Those two could have gone, man. What's up with that?
I see new. I don't know. It doesn't say anything.
Did you just squash him? Oh, here we go.
Yancey's in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know why that match was so short then. Weird. All right. Well, that would have been a good match if it wasn't only 4 minutes. And obviously, the main event, Shawn Michaels defeated Bret Hart for the WWF Championship in just under 20 minutes by being screwed by Vince McMahon.
Bret screwed Bret. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on about. Bret.
I actually agree. I actually agree with that. Believe it or not, the Canadian here, not a Bret Hart supporter in the screw job. I think he deserved it personally. You know, if there was ever going to be someone who did the job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bret Hart was that guy. So the fact that he didn't,
you would have thought, yeah.
Tells me all about his character, and the fact that he's complaining about it, 30 years later, also tells me all I need to know about his character. So.
I think he's kind of, not that he's moved on past. I mean, I think he's more moved on past that, and he's certainly a lot less bitter about that than he is about Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg, yeah.
Bill Goldberg.
What? Yeah, he's resolved his personal demons with one issue, and has moved on to the other.
Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
It's not Goldberg. It's always Bill Goldberg.
It's always Bill Goldberg.
It's always Bill Goldberg. Yeah.
I do remember the actual championship match being so for them. It was definitely obvious that they were both preoccupied.
Yeah, it was obvious that something was amiss.
Yeah, Bret Hart was on alert, and Shawn Michaels was probably nervous.
Yeah,
as was Earl Hebner. So it wasn't a good match. This was a pretty bad show. I'm not gonna lie. What? There wasn't really
anything. You
anything.
Just don't want to put anything above good, do you?
I mean, we'll get into good at some point, but you had the screw job. You can't count the screw job as something that was made the show great. The screw job was the screw job, but the actual match sucked. You had a 4-minute bout between Stone Cold and Owen Hart. That's terrible. Why would you I would have given them 20 minutes to have a banger.
I'd probably put meh.
Okay, maybe not bad. Let's go meh.
Meh.
Yeah. Where on meh? I'd go between 91 and 92.
We'll go for it.
98. This was in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm not even going to say the dates anymore because it doesn't really matter. The event results. Here we go. Holy crap. Why is there so many matches on this card? Holy balls. Oh, because it was a tournament. They had a tournament.
That's a lot of matches.
Yeah, but look at the length of them. Let's just rapid fire these because so this must have been a tournament of some kind. What was the tournament for?
Trevor,
I have a reminder from Amazon.
Here is your reminder. The game.
Yeah, what was the tournament? It doesn't even say the tournament was for. Oh, it's vacant. It's for the WWF Championship. because after the events of Breakdown in Your House, The Undertaker and Kane both pinned Stone Cold Steve Austin at the same time. So I guess at some point it was vacated. I don't know. Weird. All right. Well, so let's go through these real quick. So, what is the H matches here? Oh, okay. It was Sunday Night Heat. Okay. Yeah. So we opened up with a 30-second match between Mankind defeating Dwayne Gill. Okay. Squash match. And then we had Al Snow defeating Jeff Jarrett in 3 minutes.
Yep.
Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating Big Boss Man by disqualification in 3 minutes. Big Boss Man was a moron. He lost a lot of matches due to disqualification, I will say.
Yeah.
William Regal versus X-Pac ended in a double countout in 8 minutes. Ken Shamrock defeated Goldust by submission in 5 minutes. The Rock defeated Big Boss Man in 3 seconds.
Yes.
Why was the Big Boss Man in 2 matches? I guess Vince probably put him in there.
After he lost the first time, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Big Boss Man was a part of the.
Yeah, this was the
corporation. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think. Then the Undertaker defeated Kane in 7 minutes. Mankind defeated Al Snow by submission in 3 minutes. Rock defeated Ken Shamrock in 8 minutes. Sable defeated Jacqueline in 3 minutes for the WWF Championship. Man, this pay-per-view is something special. Mankind defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in 10 minutes. The Rock defeated The Undertaker by disqualification in 8 minutes. And then we had a triple threat match for the WWF Tag Team Championship. The New Age Outlaws retain their titles against D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, and the Headbangers.
This was
in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Huh. That could have been a good match. Short though.
Could have been bad.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards bad.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards bad. This pay-per-view looks terrible so far. And we're at the main event now, which was the end of the tournament. The Rock defeated Mankind by submission. I'm guessing a sharpshooter?
Let's see.
Yes. Wasn't this the one where Vince screwed Mankind as like a callback to Survivor Series last year? And The Rock won the title.
Yes,
and he became the corporate champion.
Yep.
Yeah, in 17 minutes. So, this might be our first trash. How could this not be trash? Just a series of. I mean, Dwayne Gill was on this freaking card.
Don't you dare disrespect Dwayne Gill. That's Gilbert we're talking about.
Jesus.
That's Gilbert.
I mean, 90%. Not. I'm gonna say 90%. 75% of these matches should have been on TV, and then you should have had an actual card.
I'll say trash.
Yeah, like it's. There's not a single match on here where you're like, oh, that was a banger. It was just a means to an end. They were trying to solve a problem. It was a gimmick pay-per-view, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was terrible. It was a series of like 5-minute matches, some 3 seconds, some 30 seconds. No memorable. Like I said, the only thing that's memorable about this show is The Rock becoming corporate champion. That's it.
Yep.
That's
and Vince screwing Stone Cold and everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. All right, 1999 took place in Detroit, Michigan. 10 matches. Good God, these pay-per-views, man. All right. D'Lo Brown, the Godfather, and the Headbangers defeated the Acolytes and the Dudleys in a 4-on-4 Survivor Series match in 9 minutes. Probably not bad.
D'Lo and the Godfather were your survivors.
All right. Kurt Angle defeated Shawn Stasiak. Was this his debut? Kurt Angle? I think this was his debut.
Yes, it is. He made his WWF in-ring debut against Shawn Stasiak.
Look at that. Your trivia champion is right here.
Okay.
All I got some knowledge up here. I got some knowledge up here.
But I got this right here.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, this was
For
before
now.
Sean Stasiak went to WCW and then came back.
Yep, he did. Yeah, it was a squash match, 5 minutes, just under 6. Next up was a 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. Gangrel, Mark Henry, Steve Blackman, and Val Venus defeated the British Bulldog and the Main Street Posse in 9 minutes. Man, the Main Street Posse was so terrible. Why were they even hired?
They were fun to watch.
They were fun to watch, but my God, they were awful in the ring. Like, that's why they got, relegated to the hardcore division eventually, was because they couldn't wrestle. Just don't understand why they were hired. It's so weird.
But you had Mark Henry and Val Venus as your survivors.
Weird hodgepodge of wrestlers on that team. Gangrel, Mark Henry, Steve Blackman, Val Venus. Very weird.
Yep.
And then British Bulldog and the Mean Street Posse. Okay. Oof. An 8-woman tag team match. This was when women really got shat all over. And that is not a Vince McMahon reference. They just literally treated the women like shit during this era. That's another thing that I've noticed during my pay-per-view watch-along, marathon, whatever you want to call it. Holy crap. Just some terrible stuff. So we had Deborah, the Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, and Tori defeating Ivory, Jacqueline, Luna, and Terry Runnels in 1 minute, 52 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, that was rough.
Then we had Kane defeating X-Pac by DQ in 4 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure. Weird. I don't even know I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, that was the whole X-Pac and I don't even remember Tori.
Yeah, the love triangle.
Yeah, that was right in the middle of that.
Yeah. And then for some stupid reason we had a 1-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match with Big Show defeating Big Boss Man, Midian, Prince Albert, and Viscera in 1 minute 24 seconds.
Yep.
What the crap? I'm sorry. That is so stupid. I can't even fathom how dumb that is.
I'm sure it was choke slams.
Yeah.
That was before he did his big punch, his knockout punch.
Yeah. WMD.
He pinned the 3, and then Big Boss Man just got scared and left.
So stupid.
Yep.
What a way to just completely make 1, 2, 3, 4 wrestlers look like chumps.
Yep.
Unreal. All right. Then we had China defeating Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship defense at 13 minutes. Yeah. I think China remains the only woman to ever hold the Intercontinental title.
She won it twice, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
China hit Jericho with a low blow and a pedigree from the top turnbuckle to win the match.
Ooh, Pepsi Plunge.
Yes.
So that's where Punk got it from. China.
Yeah.
All right. Next up was another 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. The Hollies, Too Cool, against Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. Man, that's a good match right there.
Yeah.
14 minutes, 27 seconds. The Hollies and Too Cool won.
That would have been Hardcore Holly, your sole survivor, after he pinned Christian.
Yeah. I always like Hardcore Holly.
Yeah, I always liked him.
Yeah. Then we had the New Age Outlaws defending their WWF Tag Team Championship against Al Snow and Mankind with head.
With head. Always better with head.
Always better.
Always better with head.
The New Age Outlaws defended their titles in just shy of 14 minutes. I'm sure that was a pretty entertaining match.
Yeah, pretty entertaining. Anytime, Mankind and
Al Snow,
Outlaws.
All 4 of those guys are just very entertaining for sure.
Yep.
And then in the main event, we had a triple threat match for the WWF Championship. The Big Show, in his second match of the night, defeated Triple H, who was the champion at the time, and The Rock in 16 minutes.
Big Show was a
Uh,
substitute for a hospitalized Steve Austin.
okay. And was this another corporate thing where Vince switched over to Big Show?
I do believe.
Can't remember.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Because this was all leading up to WrestleMania 2000, where there was a McMahon in every corner.
Yep.
Stephanie was with Triple H. Linda was with Foley. Vince was with
Big Show.
Big Show. And Shane was with The Rock, I guess. Or maybe, no, Vince was with The Rock. And Shane was with the Big Show.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. This show is definitely another mixed bag. It's a lot of matches. But we have some huge noteworthy names on here. We have a debut of Kurt Angle. We've got a very interesting match between China and Jericho. We had that great Holly's Too Cool Edge Christian Parties match, the New Age Outlaws match, and a pretty decent main event. But on the other hand, we've also got, a lot of these matches were really short. They weren't given enough time to shine. You also had the terrible women's match, the terrible Big Show squash match,
Yeah.
a 4-minute DQ with Kane and X-Pac. So there were some duds here, but some good stuff as well. I would put it in good. I don't know where.
I'd probably say towards the bottom of good.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't as good as 96 for sure. I was trying to figure out where to put it, but yeah, I'd put it at the bottom of good. All right. We're into the 2000s. We're getting there. I thought we'd be done by now. Not even
Silly
close.
you.
Jeez. Well, we're going into detail here, so this is fun. This is fun. I like going down memory lane. Now we're really into the stuff that I know. So, Survivor Series 2000 was in Tampa Bay, Florida. And we started off with a intergender tag team match, which you'll never see again, apparently. Steve Blackman, Crash Holly, and Molly Holly defeated Testin Albert and Trish Stratus, in 5 minutes. Man, I'm so glad we don't get these 5-minute, nothingness matches at pay-per-views anymore.
Now you get 10-minute matches or 10-minute breaks between matches.
Yeah, that's true.
Or more.
Then we had a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. The Radicals, which was Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, defeated Billy Gunn, Chyna, K-Quick, and Road Dogg in 12 minutes. Not a lot of time for that many people.
And of course, K-Quick, you would know as
R-Truth. Yeah. Get rowdy. This was when Road Dogg was post DX and couldn't figure out what to do. So he was like, "Hey, I'll join K-Quick."
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was really bad. Interesting seeing Chyna in another intergender match.
You had Perry Saturn and the other guy as your survivors.
Dean Malenko?
No.
Oh, the other guy. The one I'm not supposed to name.
Yeah, that guy.
The other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah. Okay.
The one normally not spoken of. Benoit.
The murderer.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Then we had Kane defeating Chris Jericho just in a singles match. 12 minutes, 35 seconds.
Was that for a title?
No. It was just one-on-one. They had a little grudge going on. I just watched this pay-per-view not too long ago. Because this was 2000, so I watched this last week. William Regal defended his European Championship, defeating Hardcore Holly, but it was a disqualification, and it was only in 5 minutes. So again, one of those pointless things you put on the show, 'cause reasons.
Yep.
I don't understand. I think Hardcore used a chair on Regal. He just snapped and was like, "Screw it, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." I'm pretty sure.
No, he hit him with the title. Hit him with the European Championship.
Oh, Regal did. No, Holly did. Yeah, Holly did. Yeah. Okay, and then The Rock defeated Rikishi in a 13-minute singles match. I think this was the match where Rikishi was outed as the guy who ran over Stone Cold, and so he framed The Rock. I did it for the people. That whole thing. You remember that?
Reading the description. Rikishi dominated The Rock by performing a splash. Rikishi then humiliated The Rock by delivering a stink face, as Rikishi's gigantic, smelly buttocks was rubbed into The Rock's face. However, despite receiving a devastating stink face, Rock quickly regained control of the match by performing a clothesline, Samoa drop, and a spine buster, followed by the People's Elbow.
People's Elbow. Yeah. It was actually a pretty decent match.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it.
Rikishi did attack him afterwards and deliver 4 bonsai drops.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Did attack him after the match.
Yeah, and Jim Ross screaming, The Rock will never be the same after this.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be the same after Rikishi's gigantic, smelly buttocks was rubbed in my face like that.
Yeah, that's the smell you'll never get out of your nose.
Yes.
Next up was Ivory defending her women's championship against Lita in just under 5 minutes. They were still fighting for their time, let me tell you. This was when Ivory was in right to censor, if I remember.
At least they had a title at this time, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Next up, we had the WWF Championship. We had Kurt Angle defending against The Undertaker, and he was successful in defending in 16 minutes. Kurt Angle cheated. If I remember correctly, this was when Kurt's brother dressed up as him and laid in and got, tombstone or something like that, and Kurt Angle came in and rolled him up.
Yep.
Yeah, so funny. Like the crowd and everyone was so confused. Even I was confused watching that for the first time. I was like, wait, that is Kurt. And then Kurt came in, and I'm like, wait, how close did they get to a Kurt lookalike? And then I was like, oh, that's gotta be his brother. That's gotta be. That's crazy.
That's gotta be Eric.
Eric Angle. It's so funny to me that he never did anything with the company besides 1 or 2 appearances.
He wasn't a wrestler. He wasn't. Yeah.
He could have been a manager or some. I don't know.
Could have been.
It's just interesting.
Yeah.
And then we had a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match: the Dudleys and the Hardys versus Edge and Christian and the Right to Censor. This was only a 10-minute bout. These guys deserved quite a bit more than that.
That would have been Jeff Hardy as your.
Yeah, that was actually a really good match for what it was in 10 minutes. Yeah. Jeff Hardy was way over in this match. The crowd was going crazy for him.
Yep.
Lots of interference and schmozes going on in this match.
Oh, for sure.
And then we had as the main event, for some reason, not the title. Still not sure why. We had Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Triple H, which ended in a no contest after Stone Cold Steve Austin trapped Triple H in a car, lifted him up on some sort of forklift vehicle, and then dropped the car on its roof, killing Triple H.
Yes.
In 35 minutes.
As we celebrate murder.
Yeah, this was one of those things where I'm like, Attitude Era was great, but then they did some kind of stupid crap that reminds me of AEW.
Yeah, a lot of this
this
doesn't age well.
No, it doesn't. I don't even think it was good at the time. If I was watching, I'd be like, oh, I would have been like, oh, that's crazy, and then I would have been like, wait, that's it? That's the show? They're just ending it with Triple H in the car? We're not doing anything else? Oh, okay, that was weird.
Yeah, it's like having a go off the air after someone drives a car into a group's getaway truck and gets out and yells at them as they drive away.
But at least that was after the match. You know what I mean? This was the end. The match just didn't end.
Yeah.
This was the ending to the match. You know what I mean? It was very strange. Where to put it on our chart though? It was decent. A lot of schmoz stuff going on, which kind of bothered me, but there were some really good matches in here.
Yeah, there were some good matches.
Um, I think we're using the word where it belongs. I just don't know where it belongs.
Yeah.
I mean, it was better than last year's, that's for sure. I mean, it's got to be better than the 88. I would put it I don't know. I'm trying to figure out whether I want it before 96 or after 96.
Nah, I say after 96.
So like higher than 96 or lower?
Lower.
Lower.
Between 96 and 88.
All right, 2001 in Greensboro, North Carolina. This was the post, or not post. No, this was post invasion. So this was the finale of the invasion.
Yep.
Angle in
After
WWE with WCW
acquisition.
Yeah. So we started off with Christian defending his European Championship against Al Snow. Christian was for the Alliance. Al Snow was for WWF. Christian won in 6 minutes 30 seconds. Oh, God, I hate how short a lot of these matches are. It's crazy to me. Then we had William Regal, who was part of the Alliance, defeating Tajiri, part of the WWF, in only a 3-minute match. Just a regular singles.
Yep.
And then we had a legendary match, a unification match for the WCW United States Championship and an Intercontinental Championship. Edge, who was the United States Championship at the time, defeated Test, who was the Intercontinental Championship at the time. Strangely, Edge was for WWF but had the WCW US Championship, and Test was for the Alliance but had the WWE Intercontinental Championship. So that was a really complicated match. The match itself was okay. It was Edge won in 11 minutes.
And it sure as heck did a lot of good unifying those championships, right? Because
oh yeah, lasted a long time.
Because we still have that unified title, right?
Yeah, they never actually unified it, if I remember correctly. Like I think Edge just held both belts for a while, and then the belts, when they did the brand split, went two separate ways, I think.
Yeah. Point being, they still have a U.S. title and an Intercontinental title.
Yeah, they didn't really unify it.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a tag team steel cage match for the unification of the WCW and WWF Tag Team Championship, which did actually occur. The Dudley Boys for WCW won, defeating the Hardy Boys by pinfall in just under 16 minutes. This was a good match.
Yep. That would have been, that definitely would have been a good match with those two teams.
It was very good. Then we had the Immunity Battle Royale, which basically it was just a battle royale, and the winner would not be fired no matter which company came out victorious in the main event.
For 1 year.
For 1 year. And Test won. And that never really went anywhere.
No, it really didn't.
I was hoping... I was really hoping it was going to be some sort of storyline, but it really didn't do anything.
Test definitely had the look. I don't know if he just didn't have, if it was his personality, charisma, or what it was, that he just really didn't live up to the potential that he could have had.
It was definitely the charisma. He just didn't have the mic skills.
Yeah.
The women loved him, but the men were like, meh.
Yeah.
What do we care? I remember all of his entrances. The women were screaming, and then the crowd was quiet after. Nothing against Test, because I really like his in-ring work.
Yeah. He was big guy.
Yep. His big boot, best in the business. Mark it. Put it down. Big boot in the business.
If you say so.
Go back and watch his big boot. It's perfect. It's picture perfect every time. His long legs make it look even worse. It's just like worse as in like hard hitting.
Yeah.
He was great. Why? Who do you think would be best big boot in the business?
Well, he did the running one in the corner, right?
No, he would do it anytime. It would just be like, bam! His most memorable one was at WrestleMania 17 against Eddie. Just in the middle of the match, he would just be like, bam! And just like knocked him loopy. It was really good.
I was like the Undertaker's.
Yeah. I think Test is better than Undertaker's.
Okay.
controversial, but go watch Test's Big Boot. It's great.
Okay.
All right.
Write that down on my notepad.
Yes, go watch the Big Boot, and you can get back to me next episode.
Test.
Yeah, the best one I can think of is at WrestleMania 17, but all of them were like that caliber. Like he was really good at it. Next up was a 6-pack challenge for the vacant WWF Women's Championship. Trish Stratus defeated Ivory, who was for the Alliance, Jazz, the Alliance, Jacqueline for WWF, and Lita for WWF, and Mighty Molly for the Alliance. However, this was only a 4-minute match. Still fighting for time for the women's matches.
And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if Jazz might be in the Hall of Fame.
No, she's not.
You got 5 Hall of Famers in that match.
Yeah. That match was
4 minutes.
It was for 4 minutes. You can't really do anything. Yeah. All right, and then the main event was the winner takes all 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match, Team WWF versus Team Alliance, the winner of which would be the sole surviving company. Team WWF was made up of The Rock, Chris Jericho, The Undertaker, Kane, and Big Show. The Alliance was made up of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, and Shane McMahon. As we all know, Kurt Angle defected towards the end of the match, nailing Stone Cold Steve Austin with the title, costing Team WWF costing the Alliance the win. Team WWF took the win home at 44 minutes. And everyone cried a sigh of relief that the invasion angle was over.
Yes, everybody did.
That's pretty much what that was.
Of course, ended with The Rock beating Stone Cold.
Yeah. All right, where do we put this? We had a good tag team match, and we had a decent main event. Not great. I would say it's at the bottom of good. Maybe even the top of meh.
Top of meh.
Top of meh.
Top of meh.
Pretty sad for one of the best years for... I guess that was not maybe the best year, but that was like the end of the peak of Attitude Era kind of a year. 2002 was in Madison Square Garden, New York City. Starting with New York City. They go there a lot. All right, we had Jeff Hardy and the Dudleys defeating a 3-minute warning in a elimination tables match, just under 14 minutes. This one was okay for what it was.
I believe this was after the first draft. Yeah. This was after the first draft when they split up the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, so this was Bubba and Spike, not Bubba and Devon.
Bubba and Spike. It was and it was 2-on-1. Jamal and Rico against Bubba. Devon came down and they performed a 3D on Rico for the win. And they reunited the Dudleys that night. They realized.
Oh, okay. So this, yeah.
This was
Devon as the Reverend was not working.
No, Devon with the Reverend and Deacon Bautista.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we had Billy Kidman defeating Jamie Noble for the Cruiserweight Championship in 7 minutes.
That's Jamie Noble with Nydia.
Yep.
From Tough
Enough. One of the Tough Enough champions. Wait, was she a champion? Yeah, she was the first women's Tough Enough champion.
Yeah, she was a champion.
Yeah. Decent match. Those two were underrated.
Yes, they were. Hence, while that's probably a reason why they are still employed by the WWE as producers and agents.
Yeah, smart kids.
Yep.
Or men now, really. Next up was a hardcore match for the women's championship. Victoria defeated Trish Stratus and won the championship in 7 minutes. A little bit more time given to them. I don't remember it being all that hardcore, though.
Trash can lid. Of course, a fire extinguisher. You can't have a
Our
Attitude
match without
Era
trash can.
hardcore match without a fire extinguisher
Yeah.
and a kendo stick.
Trash can and kendo. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'll have to go back and watch that one. I don't. We're caught up to the point where I'm not this far in my watch marathon. This is 2002. I'm still in 2001. But I do remember these. The next one was a singles match for the WWE Championship in the middle of the card. Big Show defeated Brock Lesnar after I think Paul Heyman screwed Lesnar.
Yep, this was when Paul Heyman turned on Lesnar and teamed with the Big Show.
Yeah, in a 4-minute match. Yikes.
Yeah, that's rough with a 4-minute match, but
yeah,
they got what they needed to do, and Heyman turned on Lesnar.
Yep. Next up, we had a absolute banger. Finally, a triple threat elimination match for the WWE the tag team SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
A 5-hour banger.
A 5-hour banger. Yeah, Los Guerreros, which was Eddie and Chavo, defeated Edge and Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit in a 19-minute thriller.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that was a great match. That was a great match. And then we had the first ever Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels pulling out the win with maybe the biggest pop for a championship win of all time. At least top 3. Shawn Michaels defeated Triple H, Chris Jericho, Kane, Booker T, and Rob Van Dam in a nearly 40-minute banger.
Yep. This was
yeah.
Incredible Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah. I remember watching it live. I remember that crowd reaction when he pinned Triple H. I mean, this was like the culmination of Shawn Michaels' return and of the Triple H like era of just dominating the World Heavyweight Championship scene. And just, oh my God.
Isn't this when Van Dam landed on Triple H's neck? And
Yep. Bruised his larynx.
Yeah, busted him up. Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah, so a decent show overall for sure. We had a great cruiserweight match. We had a decent opener. We had a decent women's match. We did have a pretty lame squash match for the WWE title, but then we had a absolute banger with the WWE tag titles, and obviously maybe the best Elimination Chamber match of all time.
Now, you did also, between the last 2 matches, you also had Matt Hardy cutting a promo and the re-debut of Scott Steiner to the WWE.
Oh,
That's when he came back.
That I tried to forget about that because it was so terrible.
Because
it wasn't just Matt. It was Matt and Nowinski.
Yeah. Nowinski was out there too. But yeah, that didn't take away from the card at all. I thought the card was just great.
Great. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, this might be great or amazing. Is it GOAT? No, it can't be GOAT when you have a squash match in there.
But it can be amazing.
It can be amazing though. I think this is the best card we've had so far. I
think so.
Yeah. All right, 2002 skyrockets to number 1.
Yep. It took 15 years.
15 years for an amazing one. We still don't have a GOAT, though. We still don't have a GOAT.
It took 15 years to get something better than just good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not a great pay-per-view. All right. Next up, 2003, we had Dallas, Texas. Starting off with a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Angle versus Team Lesnar. So we had Kurt Angle, Benoit, Cena, Hardcore Holly, and Bradshaw versus Lesnar, Big Show, Matt Morgan, Nathan Jones, and A-Train. Team Angle won in 13 minutes. Pretty short match for that many guys.
That would have been John Cena and Benoit.
The man we shall not name.
Yep.
But we did anyway. Yeah. This match was pretty decent, but it was a little short for that many people. At this point,
especially for the heel team, they were monsters just in size.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And
so-
two of them were not great in the ring. In case anyone asks, Matt Morgan and Nathan Jones. Not great in the ring.
I mean, Jones was horrible. Morgan was okay.
Yeah, he was about. There's a reason they called him the Blueprint. You know, he was basically the most average, uh, like soulless. He would be what you would create as your default character in a video game in wrestling.
Well, after he went
Yeah,
to TNA, he was the DNA of TNA. That was his gimmick. That was his
that's
nickname.
terrible.
Was
That might be worse.
the DNA of TNA.
Yeah, that might be worse. All right. Next up, we had Molly Holly defending her WWE Women's Championship against Lita, and she won in a 6-minute affair. Again, still fighting for that time for the women, but it was a decent match for what it was. Molly Holly's amazing. Lita's amazing. What can you say? Molly Holly might be one of the most underrated women's talent of all time. And then we had Kane versus Shane McMahon in an ambulance match. This was the post Kane mask removal. Kane. 13 minutes, 34 seconds. This was the one where Shane did a running coast to coast from the top of the ambulance to Kane, who was like on the ground with a trash can, something like that, with a box or something. I don't know. It was it was very risky. I'll say that. That was one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know if that was worth doing.
Then of course he did his leap of faith elbow from the top of the turnbuckle through the announce table.
Yeah, this was the match that leading up to it, Kane had put Shane hooked Shane up to a battery by the jewels.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
He wanted to cook some nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted some roasted nuts for dinner.
Yes, apparently. Yeah, that's nasty. Then we had the WWE Tag Team Championship, the Bashams versus Los Guerreros. The Bashams surprisingly kept their title. Shaniqua was in this match, who was Linda from Tough Enough. Yep. Yeah. Not great. Not a great match.
She could have been better. I mean, she definitely had the size and the look to.
She did. Apparently, the reason that she didn't get more significance was her backstage attitude.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me because I actually recently watched the first 3 seasons of Tough Enough, and she was very full of herself. Very full of herself.
Yeah.
And not. And not in the I'm doing this because I'm trying to be a heel way. It was like you're just full of yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of a way. Yeah, so obviously she did not learn to taper that. All right, next up was a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match between Team Bischoff and Team Stone Cold. Team Bischoff was Jericho, Christian, Randy Orton, Scott Steiner, and Mark Henry. And Stone Cold's team was Shawn Michaels, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Devon Dudley. Team Bischoff won in 27 minutes, and since Team Austin lost, Austin was forced to step down as Raw co-general manager, and Bischoff became full Raw general manager again.
Yep. And this was the first time that Randy Orton was the sole survivor.
Oh, there you go. Growing his legacy.
Hints of things to come.
Indeed. And then for some reason, and for whatever reason, my mind is just, I don't remember this match at all. Not even a smidge. Vince McMahon versus The Undertaker in a Buried Alive match, and Vince won in 12 minutes. Was this where Kane saved? Where Kane buried the Taker?
Yep.
Is that where this was?
Yep. Kane interfered and attacked the Undertaker and threw him into the grave.
For whatever reason, I had no idea that this was a Vince versus Taker match that this happened in.
Yeah.
I don't remember this match at all, besides Kane burying Taker and standing over the grave like this. Yeah. Weird. Okay. And then we had a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Goldberg was the champion? He was?
Goldberg was the champion.
He did win. He won the title at some point?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Okay. Well, he defeated Triple H in 11 minutes. Don't remember that match at all either.
I don't Flair, remember. Orton, and Batista all interfered, but Goldberg took them all out.
I do not remember Goldberg winning the title. That's weird. Huh.
Spear and the jackhammer to win this. Yeah, but yeah, Goldberg won. Who did he beat to win the title? I don't remember.
Yeah. Was it Triple H? Oh, yeah, he beat Triple H. Here we go. Where is Goldberg's name? There it is. Goldberg beat... Yeah, Triple H. Yeah, he beat Triple H. And he was champion from September to December. Wow. Why do I not remember him having a title reign that long? 279 days. No, 83 days. I don't know why I said 279.
Yeah, why did you say 279?
Huh. Okay. All right, where do we put this pay-per-view? It's not wonderful. It's got some moments, but it's not great. I think this is definitely a meh show.
Meh?
Yeah. I mean, when I look at it, I go, okay, well, that was pretty good. I don't remember that one, and I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like bad. That's. Oh, you would go bad?
I might go top of bad.
I'm okay with that. I was thinking, man. I mean, the only thing that's memorable about this show to me, was the Kane Shane match. That was it. So, all right, top of bad.
Yep.
There we go. 2004 took place in Cleveland, Ohio. We started off with Spike Dudley defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Billy Kidman, Chavo Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio in a Fatal 4-Way match, which lasted 9 minutes. This match was okay. Again, this is another one of those things where it's like, you got to give these things more time to be better.
Yeah.
They gave a lot of these matches not enough time back then. The next one was Shelton Benjamin keeping his Intercontinental Championship against Christian. This was a great match. 13 minutes. This was like peak Christian and peak Shelton.
Yep.
Back then. Then we had a 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. Team Guerrero defeated Team Angle. Team Guerrero was Eddie, Big Show, Cena, Rob Van Dam. Team Angle was Angle, Carlito, Luther, and Mark Jindrak.
That was Roman's cousin, Luther Reigns.
Oh, you're funny.
You don't remember Luther Reigns?
Oh, I remember Luther Reigns being not
dude.
Great.
He had the look. Yeah, no, he was not great.
I also have no idea why. Who was Jesus? Was that someone with Carlito?
Yeah, that was someone with Carlito.
Carlito's manager. Why would Carlito need a manager? That's weird.
Who was Jesus?
Yeah, I looked. His Wikipedia doesn't even have a picture, so tells you all you need to know. Yeah, so Team Guerrero won in 12 minutes.
That would have been Guerrero, Big Show, and Cena.
Wow. Yeah. Another one of those. It's been a while since we've heard one of those three out of 4 survive.
Yeah.
Type situations. Next up, we had a singles match. Between Undertaker and Heidenreich. Oh. And it was almost 16 minutes long.
With Heidenreich with Paul Heyman.
Oh, I think I'm gonna die from that.
That'd have been rough.
I didn't even know Heyman was with Heidenreich at any point.
It was, yeah.
Wow. Well, that clearly was not Heyman's choice.
Yeah, that was.
That was like, we got to make Heidenreich a thing. Put Heyman with him. That didn't work. Oh, well, flush him down the toilet. Well, Undertaker defeated Heidenreich. Thank God. I can't believe they gave that 16 minutes. Holy crap. That is heartbreaking. Yeah, I remember that the Yancey's in our chat right now. The Heidenreich and Cole rape scene.
Yeah, that was definitely a
nightmare fuel.
Yeah, that was a memory for sure.
Next up, we had Trish Stratus keeping her WWE Women's Championship against Lita via DQ after 1 minute, 24 seconds.
Yep.
Not sure what that was about.
They give Heidenreich and Undertaker 16 minutes.
Yeah, Trish Stratus and Lita, two of the best women's wrestlers of all time. 1 minute, 24 seconds. Good job, Vince. You are a moron.
Yep.
Next up, we had the WWE Championship. JBL defended against Booker T. JBL won. It was a 14-minute bout.
Yeah. With the stipulation, if JBL lost, he would leave SmackDown forever.
Yeah, I don't remember this match. This was pre-King Booker.
Yeah, this was when JBL had his cabinet with Orlando Jordan.
Oh, I do remember, JBL and all that stuff. I don't remember him fighting Booker T though. It's weird.
Yeah.
Just not a high profile feud, I guess. And then the main event was Team Orton versus Team Triple H in a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. Whichever team won would be in charge of Raw for the next 4 weeks. Team Orton defeated Team Triple H. Team Orton was Orton, Benoit, Jericho, and Maven. Team Triple H was Triple H, Batista, Edge, and Snitsky.
Ooh, Snitsky.
Yeah. One of these wrestlers just doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
In both of these teams. Very strange. Very strange. The match was pretty good though. I will say that.
It was a good match.
Yeah. I think I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure this is the match in which Maven broke Snitsky's nose in like the first 30 seconds of the match. Maven did a running flying elbow when they were running the ropes and smashed Snitsky's nose into oblivion. I'm pretty sure this is the match that it happened on, but
definitely
could be wrong. Okay, well, let's rank this.
And of course,
it's not good.
To finish up for that one, Orton again was the sole survivor.
Roger that.
After pinning Edge and then Triple H to win.
Ooh, putting him over there.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously they were very high on Orton.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, this was not a good pay-per-view. Let's see. Too short of a match. Shelton and Christian was great.
Too long of a match. Undertaker.
Yeah, too long of a match with Taker and Heidenreich. Too short of a match with Trish and Lita. A forgettable JBL Booker T match. And then the Team Guerrero versus Team Angle was okay. And then the main event was pretty good.
I said this is a GOAT.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ooh, yeah, we haven't had a GOAT yet.
We do need a GOAT. I don't think this is anywhere near GOAT status, though. This is probably another meh.
Yeah,
maybe even bad. Yeah. I'd go bottom of meh. It's like...
Yeah.
Why was the WWE... Like, where was the World Heavyweight Championship on this card?
Who was champion? Oh, Bradshaw. JBL.
No, he's WWE champion. Where's World Heavyweight Championship? It's not on
They
here.
have one.
Oh yeah. Well, last year Goldberg was champion, so this was post dual champions for sure. I don't know who was.
I don't know.
Unless it was Orton. Maybe it was Orton. I don't know. So yeah, I'd say bottom of meh.
Yeah, bottom of meh.
Bottom of meh.
Yeah.
Right. Holy cramoly. All right, we are at 2005. Let me open up a few more here. All right, 2005 was in Detroit again. We started off with a singles match for the vacant United States Championship. This was the first in the best of 7 series between Booker T and Chris Benoit. Booker T won in 14 minutes, 39 seconds. This was a pretty good match. They had a really great best of 7 series.
Yeah, they did have a really good series.
Yeah. I am not a big fan of the best of 7 series because it, like 99% of the time, it just ends up in being the 7th match as a tiebreaker. So why even bother? But it was a good series. They had a great series, and they told a good story, so it was good. Next up, we had a women's championship match. Trish Stratus retained her title against Melina in 6 minutes. still fighting for that time. I don't think this was great, if I remember correctly.
It was okay.
For 6 minutes, tough.
Yeah.
The next match, though, was absolutely fantastic. Triple H versus Ric Flair in a last man standing match. Triple H won at 27 minutes. Woo! That was great. I mean, anything when you get a, no disqualification type match with Triple H and Ric Flair,
Yep.
either of them is going to have a banger. They know how to put on a great match. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yep.
Then we had John Cena versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship with Daivari as special guest referee. Daivari was in Kurt Angle's corner at the time. Somehow John Cena won, kept his title in just under 14 minutes. I think Daivari got knocked out and another ref came out.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Charles Robinson.
Good old Charles Robinson.
Good old Charles Robinson, the emergency referee. Running down.
He's basically, he really is the emergency referee, isn't he? He's always the one that
He's always a standby ref.
You see him running down, his hair is flopping around.
Yep.
It's so funny.
It still looks the same to this day.
And I think he's the senior ref now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
He's current senior ref. Yeah. The match was okay for what it was. I think the whole, I'm not a big fan of like the, have the ref in your pocket type matches because it takes away from the match itself. But, and then, oh God, we had Theodore Long versus Eric Bischoff, which I guess was GM versus GM.
Yep.
In a 5-minute bout, Theodore Long won because reasons.
Because the Boogeyman came out and
oh yeah, he attacked Eric, right?
gave him a pump handle slam, and Teddy Long pinned him.
Brutal.
Yep.
Brutal.
Kind of a rough match.
Like, why even bother? Yeah. It's kind of like when they did Earl Hebner versus Nick Patrick at Invasion.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why are we doing this? All right, and the main event was a classic Survivor Series elimination match. Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. This is basically the starting point at which they started to do the branding gimmick for Survivor Series. So Team SmackDown was Batista, Bobby Lashley, JBL, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio. Team Raw was Big Show, Carlito, Chris Masters, Kane, and Shawn Michaels. Team SmackDown won in 24 minutes.
And you could probably guess who was Survivor?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. What's that?
Wow.
3 years?
3 years in a row?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep.
That's crazy. All right. Well, we had a great opener.
And then after the match, SmackDown wrestlers came to the ring to celebrate with Orton. When hooded figures carrying a casket came out, lightning struck the casket and set it on fire. Yeah.
This is when Taker returned.
Yep, the Undertaker came out and attacked.
Yeah.
And attacked most of the wrestlers, while Orton and Bob Orton left the ring.
Ran away.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is going to sound strange, but this was Taker's best look, in my opinion. He's had a variety of looks over the years. That look was like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. He looked badass at this return. Badass. I love this look. Whatever he did differently, it's hard to tell because some of his changes are so subtle, but he just looked like a badass. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of how Kurt Angle went to Perk Angle. You know how Perk Angle just looks like a freaking wrestling machine, just badass.
Yeah.
And he's bald, and so it's not like he could change his look all that much, but he just looked like a beast. And that's kind of what I compared this Taker to. As for this pay-per-view, we've got a good Booker T Benoit match. We got a great Triple H Ric Flair match. And everything else was a dud or meh. So I'd say it goes in good.
Yeah, I'd say it goes in good.
Yeah. I'd say it goes up. I'd say it goes to the top of good. I think it's better than 96. What do you think?
Book it.
Book it.
Book it.
Bye-bye. Bam. 2006 was in Philly. Oh lordy, this is not starting off good.
While you're reading
Team
that, I'm gonna refill my
WWE.
drink real quick.
Yeah, you go for it.
But I'll still be able to hear you.
Mm-hmm. You're good. This is a long show. We had Team WWE Legends versus the Spirit Squad in a 4-on-4 elimination match. The Legends were Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Ron Simmons, and Sergeant Slaughter. And the team, the Legends, won in a 10-minute bout. Not sure I remember this at all. In fact, I guarantee you I don't remember this at all. Also, for some reason, it wasn't a 5-on-5 elimination match, even though they had Arn Anderson at ringside and Mitch at ringside, not in the matches. So I don't know if that's just because Arn couldn't wrestle full time.
No, he definitely couldn't wrestle full time.
Yeah. Or not full time, but like in a full match.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did take that. I guess not at that time. Yeah. All right. Who do you know who the survivors were?
Yep, that would have been Ric Flair was the sole survivor.
All right.
So you had Ron Simmons got counted out at the beginning. Nikki, who you might know as Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler.
Yep. Ziggler.
Pinned Slaughter. Dusty Rhodes pinned Nikki, Dolph. Kenny pinned Dusty, leaving Flair by himself. And Flair pinned Mikey, Kenny, and then submitted Johnny. So Ric Flair came back from a 1-on-3.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Not a great match, though.
Not a great match.
Next up was the United States Championship. Chris Benoit defended his title against Chavo Guerrero, won by submission, 8-minute bout. Again, I'm sure it was pretty decent, but 8 minutes.
Not memorable.
Not memorable. Yeah. And then we got Lita's retirement match against Licky James.
Licky James. Oh.
I don't know what happened there.
Wow. I bet you don't.
Lita lost her title to Mickie James in her retirement match in an 8-minute bout. I don't remember this at all.
Biggest thing I remember from this was the big "She's a crack whore" chants from the crowd.
That's great.
Lita. Yeah.
About Lita. So, right now you're okay. Yeah, I remember this now because Lita was a heel. This was not a celebratory retirement match.
Oh, no. Yeah, this was the
heel exit.
Yeah, with Edge, Lita and Edge.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. Next up was a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team DX versus Team RKO. Team DX being Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, and Matt Hardy. Defeating Team RKO, which was Edge, Orton, Gregory Helms, Johnny Nitro, and Mike Knox.
That's Hurricane Helms.
Yeah. That's a weird team.
Johnny Nitro you might know as, well,
Morrison.
Johnny TV, John Morrison, Johnny Dynamite, Johnny
Jobber. Just Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny
Jobber. Yeah, and then Mike Knox. Holy crap, man, That's a deep cut. Yeah, not a great match. I remember that being kind of lackluster, but
that was a clean sweep. Orton,
not surprising.
Yep, Orton was not the sole survivor or even a winner.
Who was? Oh, all 5 of DX.
The whole team, yeah.
That's funny. And then we had a first blood match between Mr. Kennedy and Undertaker. That might be the last first blood match ever. It's been a long time since we've seen a first blood match. Mr. Kennedy defeated the Undertaker in 9 minutes. I don't remember that match at all.
I don't remember the match. How did it end?
Undertaker bled.
The match ended when MVP hit the Undertaker with a chair.
Oh, wow. What a great way to put Mr. Kennedy over, defeating the Undertaker.
During the match, Kennedy started to cough blood. But MVP provided Kennedy a towel and cleaned the blood. Charles Robinson did not notice the blood, so the match continued.
Wow.
So MVP hit the Undertaker with a chair, and the Undertaker bled.
So Mr. Kennedy lost, and then had someone else make Undertaker bleed, and
Yes.
that's supposed to make us believe in Mr. Kennedy.
Yep.
Great booking.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we had a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Cena versus Team Big Show. Team Cena was Cena, Lashley, Kane, Rob Van Dam, and Sabu.
Yes.
Team Big Show was Big Show, Finley, MVP, Test, and Umaga. Team Cena won in 12 minutes. Wow. I would say we are dead center of the forgettable Survivor Series. Let me tell you.
Yes, we are.
Dead center.
Yeah.
Wow. This is gonna be rough.
We are bottom heavy in this Tiermaker.
Yep. Here we go. Main event was Batista defeating King Booker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Had King Booker been counted out or disqualified, he would have lost the title. And had Batista lost, he would never get a shot at the title as long as King Booker was champion. Wow. Wow. I think this is bad. I think we're in bad territory. This is bad. There's so much here that should be memorable, but isn't.
I know.
It's just
Yancey does love him some Batista, but this was bad.
This is a bad card. All right. So 2006. I don't think it was worse than 2003.
I can't do
I'd
it.
say
I can't do it, Yancey. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I don't think it was worse than 2003, but yeah. So I'd put it at the top of bad.
Top of bad.
Yeah, 2003 was pretty atrocious. All right, 2007 was in Miami, Florida. We started off with oh god. This is going to be... We're just going down shit lane, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in. 10-person Diva Tag Team Champ... can't even talk anymore. It's been 2 hours, guys. Give me a break, all right?
Yes, all right.
A 10 Diva Tag Team match. Not a championship match, just 10 Divas. Kelly, Maria, Michelle McCool, Mickie James, and Tori Wilson defeated Beth Phoenix, Jillian Hall, Layla, Melina, and Victoria in 4 minutes.
You are skipping a match. You skipped a match.
Oh, sorry. Well, we'll do this first, and we'll retread the opener, I guess.
Okay.
Not that there's much to say about this, other than yay.
Yeah, we will definitely not be taking as much time as the match. 4 minutes.
No, definitely not. The opening match was actually, thank you for calling me out on that. CM Punk in a triple threat match for the ECW Championship. He defeated John Morrison and The Miz to keep his title in just shy of 8 minutes.
Yep.
The story of this, if I remember correctly, was Morrison and Miz were kind of tag team at the time.
Yes, they
I
were.
think.
Yep.
And so it was all about them not getting along to beat CM Punk.
Yeah.
Meh. Tag Team Championship match, World Tag Team Championship match. This is the Raw titles. Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch defeated Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly in 7 minutes.
Cody Rhodes.
Baby Cody.
Wow. The American Nightmare.
Yeah. The dream had just begun.
Yes.
Yeah, not much to say about this match. Meh.
Very, very
this was when the roster was so light.
very light.
They had a lot of potential in their roster, but just they did nothing with it. Then we had a handicap 4-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Triple H versus Team Umaga. Team Triple H was Triple H, Jeff Hardy, Kane, and Ray. Team Umaga was Umaga, Big Daddy V, Finley, Mr. Kennedy, and MVP. And somehow, Team Triple H won in 22 minutes.
Oh, because it's Triple H, pal.
Yep. Don't remember this one at all. Don't even know why it was a handicap match.
And it was...
I'm assuming someone got injured, maybe. I don't know.
Jeff Hardy and Triple H were your
Sole survivors.
Before the event, it was announced that Matt Hardy would not be able to compete due to a scripted injury.
A scripted injury.
A scripted injury.
What was the what's the point?
I don't know.
That's so weird. All right. Oh god. The next up was the Great Khali versus Hornswoggle.
Wow.
And the Great Khali won by DQ in 3 minutes.
Yep.
What was happening during this era? Good God.
Wow.
Just garbage.
This has got to be
I know
great.
what. This was the whole, like, Hornswoggle was a McMahon thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Gosh. That's awful. All right. Then we had, finally, a good match. A singles match for the WWE Championship. Randy Orton defending his title against Shawn Michaels. And if Michaels had used Sweet Chin Music, he would have been disqualified and would not get another shot at the title during Orton's reign as champion. If Orton had been disqualified, he would lose the title to Michaels. This was a great match. Very cool fake outs with Shawn going for the kick and then being like, oh shit, I can't use it. You know, and trying to use all sorts of like other people's finishers and submissions and stuff. And it was entertaining. It was good.
Yep. And then he didn't use Sweet Chin Music and Orton, which led Orton to be able to hit him with the RKO for the win.
Yeah. Yeah, he went for the Sweet Chin Music, but then stopped, and then he RKO'd him.
Yep.
Yeah, good match. Although I really wish we could have seen a Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels like regular match without stipulations like that, because they could have had just a 12-star Meltzer match.
Yeah.
And then we got one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time in the main event. Batista defending his World Heavyweight Championship against The Undertaker. And it was great. Where did it rank on our Hell in a Cell rankings?
I think it ranked pretty high.
Yeah, I'll go quickly check that because I'm kind of curious.
But while you're doing that, I'll just kind of do an outline summary.
Yeah.
This was when Edge returned dressed as a cameraman and took out The Undertaker.
That's right.
And
to lead up to their WrestleMania match, I think.
Which allowed Yancey's boy Batista to win or to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. So it was.
I don't know where we put it.
I think it did.
Oh wow!
High.
No, it didn't. We put it in good.
Put it in good.
We put it in good.
Wow.
Somehow. Not sure why we did that. Our opinion must have been very odd at that time. Oh. It is what it is. It is, I think, one of the best.
Yeah.
At least it was one of the best up until that point, at the very least. Maybe our opinions were skewed because of reliving Hell in a Cell memory lane.
Or recency bias.
Or recency bias with Punk and Drew. Yeah. All right. Yeah, not a great show. We had 2 great matches, and the rest sucked. Or at least were completely forgettable. I guess this qualifies as meh.
I mean, the last 2 matches though were really, really good.
They were great. Does 2 matches make up for the rest of the card? I guess low end of good. I mean, you had to sit through 8 minutes, 4 minutes, 7 minutes, 22 minutes, and 3 minutes of Great Khali and Hornswoggle to finally get to a match that was worth watching. Not to mention all the, whatever was in between all of the matches.
Meh. Top of meh.
Top of meh? Oh, yeah. Wow, you lowered it. I convinced you. Wow. All right. Low meh. All right. Or
I just see Great Khali and Hornswoggle.
That just tanks your show. All right. Survivor Series 2008 was in Boston, Massachusetts. And we started off with a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team HBK defeated Team JBL. Team HBK was Shawn Michaels, Great Khali, JTG, Rey Mysterio, and Shad Gaspar. Rest in peace. Team JBL was JBL, John Morrison, Kane, The Miz, and MVP. Team HBK won 18 minutes.
You had Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, and the Great Khali as the survivors.
So, of course, JTG and Shad were the ones eliminated.
Yes.
Of course. Brutal. Then we had a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match for the women. It was Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw was Beth Phoenix, Candice Michelle, Jillian Hall, Kelly Kelly, Mickey James. Team SmackDown was Maria, Maurice, Michelle McCool, Natalia, and Victoria. And Team Raw won in 9 minutes.
And that was Beth Phoenix was your sole survivor.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Next up, we had a casket match. Undertaker defeated Big Show in 12 minutes.
What kind of
I don't even...
chicanery?
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. They had a casket big enough for Big Show? Okay.
They did.
Must have been a special casket.
They've had a casket for Kamala and...
Oh, yeah, Mark Henry.
Yokozuna.
Oh, Yokozuna. I gotta see that one.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't remember that match at all.
Undertaker wins another casket match.
Mm-hmm. And then we had another 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Team Orton versus Team Batista. Team Orton was Orton, Cody, Henry, Shelton Benjamin, William Regal. And Team Batista was Batista, CM Punk, Kofi, Matt Hardy, and R-Truth. Oh, jeez. Team Orton won at 16 minutes. Was Orton the sole survivor?
Orton was not. You had Randy Orton and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
yeah.
Was this like a? Yeah, I was gonna say, was this a prelude to Legacy? But that's too early. We're too early for that.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the aftermath about them joining.
Yeah.
To make Legacy yet.
Okay. And then we had Edge defeating Kozlov and Triple H in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship in 14 minutes. I do not remember that at all. That's weird.
One of those does not fit.
One of those just does definitely not fit. Yeah. Weird. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah.
So this started as a singles match between Triple H and Kozlov, but Vicky Guerrero announced during the match that Edge was now a participant, making it a triple threat, and then Edge won. That's atrocious.
Yeah.
All right. And then we had the World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena won the World Heavyweight Championship from Chris Jericho in a 21-minute singles match. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad.
How bad?
This might be trash.
I think it would be.
It's either the lowest on bad or the highest on trash.
It's trash.
This is pretty. It's trash. Okay.
It's trash.
We're on the same page. All right.
And
this is awful.
Side note: this event was voted by Wrestling Observer newsletter as the worst pay-per-view of 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, not surprising. That was a pretty bad card. All right, 2009 was in Washington, D.C. We started off with Team Miz versus Team Morrison. Team Miz was Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, of course The Miz, and Sheamus. Team Morrison was Morrison, Evan Bourne, Finlay, Matt Hardy, and Shelton Benjamin. And Team Miz won in 20 minutes.
That would be Drew McIntyre, The Miz, and Sheamus.
Wow, okay. Completely forgettable. Just a hodgepodge of random people. Yeesh. Okay. Then we had Batista versus Rey Mysterio. This was after Batista turned on Rey Mysterio, and Batista went full heel for the first time.
Yep.
Since he left Evolution, I should say. And he won via technical knockout in 6 minutes, just shy of 7 minutes, when the ref called for the bell after Batista refused to pin Rey and just kept beating the shit out of him, basically.
And doing his Batista bomb, I think it was 3 times.
Yeah. It was just like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
It was a stretcher job.
Sure. Yeah. Next up was another 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Kingston versus Team Orton. So Team Kingston was Kofi Kingston, Christian, Mark Henry, MVP, and R-Truth. Team Orton was Punk, Orton, Cody, Ted DiBiase Jr., and William Regal. Team Kingston won in 20 minutes in another forgettable bout.
And that was Kofi Kingston as your sole survivor.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Then we had a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Undertaker defended his title successfully against Big Show and Chris Jericho via submission in 13 minutes. Yeah, I don't remember that one either. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Man, this era of WWE was just so bad.
This was bad.
Then we had the women's 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, Team Mickey versus Team Michelle. Team Mickey was, man, Mickey James, Eve Torres, Gail Kim, Kelly, and Melina. Team Michelle was Michelle McCool, Alicia Fox, Beth Phoenix, Jillian Hall, and Layla. Team Mickey won in 10 minutes.
You had Melina and Mickey James were your survivors.
Sure. Just another hodgepodge of women and stars thrown together because reasons.
Yep.
And then we had a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. And this match was actually fantastic. John Cena defended against Triple H and Shawn Michaels. The whole story here was Triple H and Shawn Michaels were doing the DX thing. And it was all about, kind of similar to the Miz and Morrison thing from earlier with CM Punk, where it was like, who's going to get the pin?
Yep.
And Cena came out on top in 21 minutes.
And this was right when the bell rang. Michaels hit Triple H with the sweet chin.
Yes.
And the crowd just...
No one saw it coming.
No one saw it coming.
Yeah. That was great.
Yep.
Yeah. Great match. And I mean, the look on Cena's face.
Yeah.
He was such a bad actor that he just looks
back
fake
then.
shocked.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's true. He still is. Yeah. That's true.
But yeah.
Okay, so we had at least we had some memorable stuff on here. We had the Batista Rey Mysterio destruction. We had the John Cena Triple H Michaels match was really good, and the rest was basically forgettable. Oh boy, bottom of meh.
Yeah, that last match saved it from being bad.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah. Bottom of meh.
Yeah, bottom of meh, yeah. All right. Oof. 2010. We're getting there, guys. We're well over halfway. We are so close. And I'm gonna need a second dinner after this. This is a lot of talking. A lot of energy. All right. 2010 was in Miami, Florida. We started off with a WWE United States Championship match where Daniel Bryan, making his Survivor Series debut, defeated Ted DiBiase Jr. by submission in a just shy of 10-minute bout. I don't remember this match, but it was pretty early in Daniel Bryan's career.
Yeah, so. That was when DiBiase was with Maurice.
Yeah. That's funny. And then we had John Morrison defeating Sheamus, just cuz, in an 11-minute bout. Then we had the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler defeated Caval. Oh, Caval.
Yeah. Low key.
Low key.
Yep.
Yeah, Senshi. Wow. He made it on a pay-per-view, eh?
He did make it on a pay-per-view, yeah.
I'm sure that match was probably pretty good. I don't remember it, though. 9 minutes.
I'm sure it was. I mean, Dolph,
Two great wrestlers.
Yeah, Dolph can make a good match out of anybody.
Yeah. Caval was good. He was kind of like a Ricochet. Just not as good as Ricochet.
Sure. You say so.
You wouldn't rate him as high as Ricochet?
Nah, no, I wouldn't. I mean, Ricochet.
In terms of in-ring talent,
Yeah.
I don't mean as like star power or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and we had a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Mysterio versus Team Del Rio. Oh, God, Del Rio. Oh, God. Here we go. Team Mysterio was Mysterio, Big Show, Chris Masters, wow.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston, and MVP. Team Del Rio was Del Rio, Dashing Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and Tyler Rex. One of these names just doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
Again. Team Mysterio won in 18 minutes.
That would have been Ray and Big Show.
No, don't give it to Chris Masters or anybody who's trying to get up the ladder. Just then we had a handicap match for the Divas Championship. Okay. Natalia defeated Lay Cool. by submission in 3 minutes.
Oof.
Women still not doing well.
Nope. And after the match, Beth Phoenix returned and rescued Natalia from Lake.
Oh boy! And now we have the World Heavyweight Championship. Kane, who was the champion at the time, defeated Edge in a draw. Don't know what that was about in just shy of 13 minutes.
Both of them had their shoulders pinned to the canvas.
Oh,
counted to 3.
I hate that crap. That should not even be a thing.
No, it shouldn't be.
That should just be, I won't count it because you're both pinned right now.
Yeah.
Or technically, it shouldn't matter at all for the guy on top because the guy is still on top. So why does it matter if his shoulders are down? No one's covering him.
Right?
Dumb. All right. The next was a WWE Tag Team Championship. The Nexus, which was Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, defeated Santino Marella and Kozlov in 5 minutes. That was when Santino and Kozlov were doing their comedy gimmick.
Yeah, which wasn't my thing. I didn't like it.
I like Santino's gimmick, but Kozlov was just not good either way.
No, I didn't like it at all.
And then the main event was WWE Championship, Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett with John Cena as a special guest referee. Randy Orton defeated Wade Barrett, and since Orton won, apparently Cena would be fired. Had Barrett won, Cena would have been free from the Nexus.
Yep.
So Cena was fired, apparently. I'm sure that lasted a long time.
Yep. Since he is getting ready to come back and have another full year of matches.
Yeah.
So yeah, that worked out really well. That was a rough one.
Yeah, I don't think, does anything save this?
Not really. I mean, probably
No.
the match itself between Orton and Barrett was pretty good, but
Maybe.
I mean, it's not being safe from bad.
I think we have a top of trash.
Yeah.
Maybe even second in trash. Like there's nothing memorable here. It's ugly.
Yeah, it was.
What are you thinking?
Top of trash.
Top of trash?
Yeah.
All right, top of trash. It goes. Either way, you're in the trash. 2010. Suck it. All right. 2011 was in New York City, Madison Square Garden. We kicked things off with Ziggler defeating John Morrison for the United States Championship, or retaining his United States Championship. I think this was a great match, if I recall correctly.
It was. I mean, they.
Yeah.
As much as kind of joke around. I'm sorry. As much as kind of joke around about Morrison, he is a good wrestler. He's good.
Yeah, they're both great wrestlers for sure.
Him and Dolph match well together.
Yeah. All right. And then we had Beth Phoenix defeating Eve Torres by pinfall to retain her Divas Championship in a lumberjill match in 4 minutes. Still fighting, losing ground, I will say, at this point. Losing ground for the women's division. Then we had the Survivor Series elimination match, 5-on-5. Team Barrett versus Team Orton. Team Barrett was Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Ziggler, Hunico? Oh my god, Hunico.
Sin Cara.
Before was that post Sin Cara or pre Sin Cara?
I think that would have been
Wasn't Hunico? Oh yeah. And Jack Swagger. Team Orton was Orton, Kofi Kingston, Mason Ryan, Sheamus, and Sin Cara. So the fake Sin Cara.
Yeah.
Yeah. Team Barrett won in 22 minutes. Completely forgettable. Who was our survivors there?
That would have been Wade and Cody.
Wade and Cody. Interesting. Next up, we had the World Heavyweight Championship. Big Show defeated Mark Henry, who was the champion, but it was by DQ. 13-minute bout. Yay. Next up was the WWE Championship. CM Punk defeated Del Rio to become the new champion by submission. 17-minute bout. Why do I not remember that? I thought both of his title wins were because of Money in the Bank.
Oh. Is he only a two-time
Maybe
champion?
not. No, he's won it multiple times. I mean, he won it against Cena. He won it against.
Okay.
He got the world heavy. Oh, maybe it was the world heavyweight championship he got twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember this title win at all.
I mean,
wait, this can't be right. No, he never won it before he beat it from Cena. Really? Or was this after Cena?
no.
Maybe I'm.
No, that was 2012.
Yeah, what the heck is this? He never won the WWE Championship, did he?
Who, Punk?
Well, not before he beat Cena.
This is the one that started his 434-day run.
No, he did that. I thought he did that after he beat Cena, not before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, CM Punk defeats Alberto.
Yeah, I was at Money in the Bank a few months before.
So Del Rio cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam. Oh yeah, so this was post Punk Cena.
Yeah.
That Money in the Bank. Yeah. Okay, now it makes more sense because I'm like, I don't remember him winning the WWE title before he faced Cena. So this was post Cena. Okay. Well, I still don't remember the match. But you might be right. This may have been the start of his long reign then. That makes more sense.
This says I'm right.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Hey, we were both right on that one. This was you were right about it. You know, him winning it, and I was right about it being post Cena. All right, and then the main event match was what was the tagline? Happens once, never again.
Yeah, once
tag
in a lifetime,
never
never
again.
again. Something like that.
Something weird like that. Yeah, Cena and The Rock defeated the Awesome Truth. Weird thing.
The most charismatic tag team of all time. Never before, never again.
Never before, never again. Yeah, that's right. Which is true. They never did team again.
Nope.
Yeah, this is another rough one. I mean, it was cool seeing The Rock back, but that match sucked.
It did. Especially since it was the Miz and R-Truth.
Low bad, like lowest bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't call it trash because he still got to see the Rock. You know.
There's a lot of bad on this list.
Isn't there?
Oh,
Survivor Series is not a great pay-per-view, man.
No.
I knew it going into this that we might not find a GOAT. we might still find one, but I it's not going to be for another 10 years.
I mean, there has to be one. There has to be one that we have to best of all time.
We have to elevate it to GOAT. Okay.
Yep.
Well, so far it's 2002 is the current GOAT. Here, I'll put that in GOAT for now, and we'll lower it back down if we find one, but that's better.
Okay.
Considering how long it's been, there's got to be a GOAT. All right. This was 2011. So, yeah, where we putting this at the bottom of bad? I'm guessing.
Bottom of bad.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. All right, 2012 was in Indianapolis. And we started off with a 5-on-5 series. Oh, God, it just keeps getting worse. Oh, my God, what's happening? All right, this was Brodus Clay, Justin Gabriel, Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Tyson Kidd defeating the primetime players Primo and Epico and Tensai in 18 minutes. Holy.
Yeah. This was
millions of dollars.
Millions of naps and naps watching this.
Brutal. Who was the survivors, if you care?
Ray, Sin Cara, Justin Gabriel, and Tyson Kidd.
Oh my God.
So, Brodus Clay,
what trash.
sorry about your luck.
Wow. And then we had a Divas Championship match. Eve defended her title against Caitlyn successfully in 7 minutes. They got some time back.
Yeah.
Don't know that I would have given it to these two, but at least they got some time.
I mean, they were okay.
Caitlyn was okay, but she was a charisma black hole, and Eve was overrated, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just really negative. I don't know.
You are.
All right. I am pretty negative. I just have high expectations, high standards.
You have high hopes.
But yeah, that's true. And then we had the United States Championship match. Cesaro defended successfully against R-Truth in just shy of 7 minutes. So here's the thing, right? I don't believe that you should have a pay-per-view match that's under 10 minutes. It's like my rule. Yeah.
I mean, this is when we were still in pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Before the WWE Network.
Yeah.
So they had to sit, they had to fit within 3 hours.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna have,
but I mean, just take off a match that doesn't need to be there and give that time to a match that does.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, look at what the Triple H has done. 5 matches and you give them all good time and you put a lot of focus on them.
Yeah.
I think that's the right call. All right. Next up was Sheamus defeating Big Show by disqualification. So Big Show kept his World Heavyweight Championship match. I don't remember that one at all. It was 14 minutes.
What was the DQ?
Big Show hit him with a chair, maybe? I don't know.
Okay. Big Show intentionally used the ref as a shield, causing Sheamus to inadvertently perform the bro kick on the ref. With the Sheamus distracted, tending to the official, Big Show performed a knockout punch on Sheamus. And Big Show pinned him, but the referee reversed the decision and disqualified the Big Show.
Yay. Then we had a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Team Ziggler versus Team Foley. I do not remember this story at all, that's for sure. Team Ziggler was... What's that?
I said I don't remember it either.
Yeah, no. Team Foley and Ziggler, Foley and Ziggler having a feud? Weird. So Ziggler's team was Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Del Rio, Damian Sandow, David Otunga for some reason. Team Foley was Daniel Bryan, Kane, Kofi Kingston, The Miz, and Randy Orton. Weird. What a hodgepodge of names in this match.
Yeah.
And Team Ziggler won in 23 minutes. Completely forgettable.
And you had Dolph as the sole survivor, pinning Orton.
I guess they were just pushing Ziggler at the time, I guess.
They were trying to.
Yeah. And then we had a terrible triple threat match for the WWE Championship. CM Punk defeated John Cena and Ryback in just shy of 18 minutes.
Ryback in the main event. That's how you know times are bad.
Yeah. I mean, this is trash, right? This has got to be trash.
Yeah, trash.
There's nothing here to save it at all. Ooh. Just terrible. Where in trash? I don't think it really matters. Trash is trash at this point.
Pretty much.
2013, Boston, Mass. Oh, Kitty wants to say hi. No, he doesn't. Now he's walking away. Started off with a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. The Shield and the Real Americans defeated Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Rey Mysterio, and the Usos in 23 minutes.
Wow. Cody, Goldust, and the Usos.
What do you think of that, Dante?
Meow.
Oh, he went down. Okay. Well, now you're just going to stand there. Okay. Yeah, who cares? Bunch of garbage. Wow.
And that would be Roman Reigns, your sole survivor.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The trash Roman Empire begins. All right. Big E Langston. Wow, I haven't heard that last name in so long. Big E defeated Curtis Axel to keep his Intercontinental Championship in 7 minutes. Yay. That was when they were trying to push Curtis Axel, or was this post post accident.
Is that when he was with Heyman? No.
Well, it doesn't say he was with Heyman at the time,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming this was post Heyman. So it
Yeah.
was that much worse. Oh God, 7-on-7 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Total Divas versus Team True Divas. Oh, I'm in pain. Total Divas was the Bella Twins, the Funkadactyls, JoJo, and Natalia. JoJo was in this match?
I guess
What?
JoJo was in this match.
Okay. That's so weird. Oh, and Eva Marie. I forgot Eva Marie. I'm so confused. And then the True Divas was AJ Lee, Oksana, Alicia Fox, Caitlyn, Rosa Mendez, Summer Rae, and Tamina.
Oof.
Wow. What a trash fest. Total Divas won in 11 minutes.
Natalia and Nikki were your Total Diva winners.
Natalia and Nikki. Okay. Then we had Mark Henry defeating Ryback in a singles match because reasons in 4 minutes.
Good.
Oof. Yeah.
Squash Ryback.
John Cena defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Alberto Del Rio in 18 minutes.
Because
Don't
why
remember
not?
it at all. Then we had a tag team match. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
That must have been somewhat entertaining.
Oh, definitely would have been a good match.
I kind of want to go back and look at that. Well, I will because it's on my tour that I'm doing for pay-per-views. That sounds cool. Oh, but the Wyatt family was Eric and Luke. Bray was just at ringside.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, definitely if it was a tag match, it was going to be Luke and Eric.
Yeah.
But
Punk and Bryan won in 16 minutes.
Bryan hit the, they just call it a running knee then.
What did they change it to?
Well, in AEW, it's the Busaiku knee.
Oh, yeah. They did call it the B plus or the knee plus for a short period in WWE. Yeah. Which they dropped very quickly, and I don't know. And then the main event was Randy Orton defeating The Big Show for the WWE Championship in 11 minutes. Wow. Oh, my God. This is the best they could do for these amount of years?
Yeah.
Holy. What happened to this company, man? Crazy.
It's good stuff. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. So we had one probably good match that I want to check out.
You're talking about that Divas match, right?
Oh, yeah. Is this trash or is this low bad?
Low bad. You still got Punk and Bryan against the
Yeah.
Legend Brothers, Rowan and Harper.
Somewhat saves it. Yeah, I'll put it above the last one, the 2011, because it's slightly better because of that match. At least I hope it would be. I got to watch it to make sure, but... All right, 2014 was in St. Louis, Missouri. We opened up with a fatal four-way tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Damien Mizdow and The Miz defeated Goldust and Stardust, who were the champions. Los Matadores. Oh God, was that the team with the little person?
Yes, it was.
Bull. Oh my, El Torito. Yeah.
Yep, El Torito.
Now I want some Doritos. And the Usos were in that match too. That was a 15-minute bout. That may have been okay. We've talked about it on the show before, but the Fatal Four Ways can be great and they can be bad.
Yep.
So I wonder which one this categorized as. Certainly not memorable. Then we had Team Natalia versus Team Paige in a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Natalia was Natalia, Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi. Team Paige was Paige, Cameron. Oh, Cameron?
Oof,
really?
Yeah.
Layla and Summer Rae. Team Natalia won in 14 minutes.
That would have been a clean sweep for that team.
Wow. Bummer for Paige.
Yep.
Then Bray Wyatt defeated Dean Ambrose by disqualification in a 14-minute bout. Not sure what the disqualification was. Probably the Shield interfering, I guess. Maybe. I don't know
Ambrose
if this
was
post,
disqualified after he hit Wyatt with a chair.
because that's a good way to end a pay-per-view match.
After the match, Ambrose attacked Wyatt with dirty deeds on the chair and buried a Wyatt underneath the table and chairs and climbed a ladder. Yep.
Yancey needs to stop talking about food in their live stream chat because it's making me hungry. Especially after I just heard, El Torito making me hungry. All right, and then we had Adam Rose. Oh my God, Adam Rose and the Bunny
Oh, jeez.
defeated Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil in a 2-minute bout.
Do you remember what
Why
their
was
tag?
this on the show?
You remember what their tag team name was?
Who?
Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil.
I didn't even know they had a tag team.
I didn't either.
I thought they were just thrown together. What were they called?
Slater Gator.
I get Slater. What's Gator?
Titus O'Neil went to the University of Florida, and they're the Gators. That's their team name, their mascot.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. That's how bad that is.
Wow.
That is atrocious. Slater Gator.
Slater Gator.
Okay. And then this was atrocious too. WWE Divas Championship match. I remember this. Nikki Bella defeated AJ Lee by pinfall in 33 seconds.
Oof.
I don't remember what happened. I think it was like Nikki and Brie were acting like they weren't getting along. And then all of a sudden they were like, no, it was a ruse. And Brie like knocked out AJ right like something like that. It was brutal. It's like, this is not entertaining. Sorry, guys. When you give 33 seconds
Well, actually,
to the Divas Championship.
Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Remember at that WrestleMania, Sheamus and Daniel Bryan? Daniel Bryan kissed AJ and then turned around to a bro kick. They did the same kind of thing.
Death. Was that what the whole point of that was?
Yeah. After Brie, why would Brie down there? After Brie kissed AJ, Nikki executed the rack attack on AJ to win the title.
That's what it was. I remember now. So stupid. All right, and then the main event, we had the 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Cena versus Team Authority. Oh, wow, we're into the Authority now. Wow. If Team Authority loses, they were removed from power, and only Cena could bring him back.
You should definitely remember this one.
Yeah, I do. If Team Cena lost, Cena's teammates would have been fired. Team Cena was John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, Big Show, and Ryback. Team Authority was Seth Rollins, Kane, Luke Harper, Mark Henry, and Rusev. Team Cena won. Triple H and Stephanie were fired.
This is when your boy Sting showed up.
Yes, and this was where Ziggler had an amazing showing. He survived. He was the last man surviving for like the last half of the match.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a good match. But it was really convoluted and weird. And just some weird names in the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sting coming back was cool. Although he took way too long to come to the ring, I will say.
Yeah.
It was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Triple H and Sting just stared at each other for like another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then eventually they fought. Yeah, it was a little weird. But definitely that's what saved the show from being trash, I would say. Pretty damn close though.
We are very.
So I guess this is. Oh frig, man! Yeah, this is brutal. So I guess this is low bad. I guess
low bad. Yeah.
All right. 2015, not 2020, 2015. I want to be in 2020. Atlanta, Georgia. We started off with the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament semifinal match. Didn't know there was a tournament. Not sure why that was. Roman Reigns defeated Alberto Del Rio by pinfall in 14 minutes. Then we had another semifinal match. Dean Ambrose defeated Kevin Owens in 11 minutes.
Yep.
I don't remember this tournament at all.
I don't really remember it either.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes. Maybe we'll notice something. And then we had a Survivor Series elimination match. The Usos, the Lucha Dragons, and Ryback defeated King Barrett, Sheamus, and the New Day. So this was when the New Day was brand new and they were still heels. This was 17 minutes. Completely forgettable.
That would be Ryback, Kalisto, and Jey Uso were your survivors.
Oh my god. Brutal. for no reason whatsoever.
Yep.
Especially at that time. Then we had the Divas Championship, which finally got some time to shine. Charlotte was the Divas Champion, and she defeated Paige by submission in 14 minutes they were given. This was definitely around the time where we started to get the Divas Revolution.
Yep.
I don't even remember this being on the card, but apparently Tyler Breeze was on this card, defeating Dolph Ziggler in 6 minutes. Weird.
Yes.
Tyler Breeze? Weird. I just for reference, I love Tyler Breeze, and I thought that he should have been pushed better and utilized better. But
bland.
I don't think so. I liked him. I thought he was fantastic in NXT. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I always thought he was kind of Shawn Michaels like.
He could
personally.
I mean, I can see that.
But he never really got a push.
He never did.
Weird. He got thrown together with Fandango and then never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fashion Police. Remember that shit?
Yeah. I try not to.
I was gonna say I try to forget. All right. Then we had a tag team match: the Brothers of Destruction versus the Wyatt family. Brothers of Destruction won in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember that. And then the tournament final for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know why it was vacant. Was that when Edge vacated it? Maybe? I'm trying to remember who would have vacated the World Heavyweight Championship at the time. Edge would be the only one I can think of when he retired. Or Batista when he was injured. But that was after that was before this. Yeah, I don't remember. Does it say in here?
It doesn't.
Let's see. Oh, this was when Rollins gave it up because of his knee injury.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Roman Reigns won. Yeah. Roman Reigns won.
Roman Reigns
won. Which means he got to be the champion for a very short period of time, because after the match, Sheamus cashed in his Money in the Bank and pinned Roman Reigns.
Yes. So that was definitely not a 1400-day reign, or the beginning of a 1400-day reign.
I'm sure Charlotte versus Paige was pretty good. I'm sure Dean versus Kevin may have been good. Now this was skinny Dean, not AEW beefy Moxley.
This was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom of bad again. Holy shit! This is unreal. I knew it was going to be bad, but we're bottom heavy at this point. But I mean, we're being fair.
I think so.
I think. Yeah, I don't think we're being unfair at all. All right. 2016 was in Toronto, Canada. My home country. At least this is not going to be bad, I don't think. Let's see, though.
Yeah,
First opening match was the women's match. 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Keep wanting to say Elimination Chamber. Team Raw, which was Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, Odd Woman Out, and Sasha Banks. Defeated Team SmackDown, which was Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Naomi, and Natalya in a 17-minute bout. This was pretty good. I remember this one.
Yeah, this one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Bayley and Charlotte were your
nice
survivors. 17 minutes.
I love Bayley.
She's good.
She's great. I love her.
Very consistent.
Yeah. Then we had the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz retained his Intercontinental title against Sami Zayn in 14 minutes. Yeah. I don't remember it, but it was probably okay.
Yeah. Had Sami Zayn,
forgettable.
So it could only be so good, right?
I was going to say that about The Miz. Oh, man. Okay, then we had a 10-on-10 Survivor Series tag team elimination match. So 5. My cat is being strange. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw was Cesaro and Sheamus, The Bar. Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Yeah. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Meh. And The New Day. And the Shining Stars. Ooh.
Gimmick.
Yeah. And then Team SmackDown was American Alpha, Brazango. Oh yeah, that was before they became Fashion Police. They were
Yeah.
Brazango. Heath Slater and Rhino. I got kids.
I got kids.
The Hype Bros and the Usos. Team Raw won in 18 minutes.
That would the bar was your survivors.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's just I don't remember the match all that much, but that's a lot of
Yeah, it's
people.
just too many teams.
Yeah, it's too many. Then we had the Cruiserweight Championship. The Brian Kendrick defeated Kalisto by DQ. Had Kalisto won the title, the entire Cruiserweight division would have been moved to SmackDown.
Oh.
So I guess the Cruiserweight division was on Raw? I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Weird.
What's the
Uno Momento. Cat being weird. Yeah, let me.
Wow.
I can still hear you.
So you had Baron Corbin attacked Kalisto, or attacked Kendrick, then Kalisto. So
Wow.
Kendrick won by DQ.
All right. Then we had another 5-on-5 series elimination match. This one was long. Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. Team SmackDown was AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, and Shane McMahon. Team Raw was Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. Wow, stacked team. And this was a 52-minute match. 52! Holy poopsicles.
Yes.
Who was the survivor in this one?
Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton.
Oh, was this when they were together?
Yep.
When Orton was faking being an ally?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. The match was okay. It was way too long. That's for sure. However, the reason it was long was because of the main event.
Yes.
Which was Goldberg defeating Brock Lesnar in 1 minute, 26 seconds. In a shocker that shocked the world.
And a shocker, yep. They wanted to
Yeah,
say
it was
that,
a good shocker.
Brock beating Kofi Kingston in 8 seconds was a shock. I'd say this one was a bigger shocker.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Okay. We had a good women's match. The tag match was just too much. And Team SmackDown versus Team Raw was okay, but it was too long. And the main event was what it was. It was a spectacle, not a match. Is this low meh? I don't know. It's certainly not, great or higher. It's just, like, I don't know.
Low
What
good.
are you thinking?
I'm thinking
Low good?
Yeah, I'm thinking low good.
All right. Well, good, Matt, and bad are officially even.
Yes.
All right. 2017 was in Houston, Texas. It started out with a 6-man tag team match. The Shield defeated the New Day in 21 minutes. Then we had a Survivor Series 5-on-5 for the women. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw was Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Asuka, and Nia Jax. Team SmackDown was Becky Lynch, Naomi, Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina. Team Raw won in 18 minutes. Don't remember this one at all.
And Asuka would be your sole survivor. I do kind of remember that.
Then we had a United States Champion versus Intercontinental Champion versus Champion match. Baron Corbin, the United States Champion, defeated The Miz, Raw's Intercontinental Champion. 9 minutes.
This is when he had the B team with him, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
Yeah, I don't remember the match, that's for sure.
I don't remember anything specific about the match.
Yeah. Then we had another Champion versus Champions match. The Usos, the SmackDown Tag Champs versus The Bar, the Raw Tag Champs. This was a great match, if I remember correctly.
Good match, yeah.
That was fantastic, yeah. 15-minute, almost 16-minute bout. Then we had another Champion versus Champions. SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte versus Raw Women's Champion Alexa. Charlotte won. 15-minute match.
That would have been a really good match.
Oh, the Usos won the previous match. I don't think I said that.
Okay.
Charlotte versus Alexa was pretty good, yeah. And then we had another champion versus champion match. Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion versus AJ Styles, SmackDown Champion. Brock Lesnar won in 15 minutes. I don't remember that one.
I do. That was a really, really good match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We got 3 barn burners in a row. That's pretty cool. And then we had the main event, which was the 5-on-5 Survivor Series match between Team Raw and Team SmackDown. Team Raw was Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, wow, and Triple H. SmackDown was Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Nakamura, and Cena. And had Team Raw lost, Angle would have been fired as general manager. But Team Raw won in 33 minutes.
Thanks to Triple H and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, don't remember that match.
And Triple H got the last pin on Shane McMahon.
All right. Okay, do we have a good or great here?
I think we've got a great. We had 3 really good matches.
Yeah. All right, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
We are on the board all the way. So
finally,
it only took 30 years.
Awful. Good job, Vince. All right, we're in the home stretch. 2018 was in Los Angeles, California. Let's see. We had, to start off, we had the 5-on-5 elimination match for the women. Team Raw, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina Bailey, and Sasha Banks defeated Team SmackDown, which is Naomi, Carmella, Sonya, Asuka, and Mandy Rose. 18 minutes. Don't remember.
Yeah.
He's looking.
Okay, Nia Jax. I'm sorry. They had a dark match before.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That was a pretty show. Yeah, this was Nia Jax was your.
And you know how I feel about Nia Jax.
Yes, I do.
Boo!
This was
all right. We had a champion versus
the bad run of hers.
Yeah. We had champion versus champion. So we had Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Shinsuke Nakamura, the United States Champion. Seth Rollins won after 21 minutes. Was this a good one? That's a long time.
It would be a good match. Yeah, it was.
I would hope it would be a good match.
Yeah.
I don't remember it though. It seems like I have to watch 2017 and 2018.
Yeah.
So far. Then we had the Raw Tag Team Champions AOP defeating The Bar, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, in 9 minutes. Oof. I am not a fan of AOP, so...
Me neither.
Couldn't care less on that one.
They're not good big guys.
They're not. Yeah, I don't know what Triple H sees in them, personally. Then we had the Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy defended his title against Mustafa Ali in 12 minutes. I think that was a great match, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely good match.
They had a good barn burner there. Then we had a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw was Ziggler, Drew, Braun, Finn, and Lashley. Team SmackDown was The Miz, Shane, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy. Well, I don't remember Shane being in so many of these elimination matches.
I was just thinking, Shane's in an awful lot of these.
Yeah, very weird. Team Raw won in 24 minutes.
That would be Braun, Drew, and Bobby.
Wow.
And Shane was the last one pinned. Again.
I wonder if this was the year when Shane had was given the writers, right, like the creative rights, and then fucked it up over the next 3 months.
Something like that. I think that kind of ended at the Royal Rumble one year.
The Royal Rumble, yeah. I wonder if that was this year, because that Rumble where he put himself in there and he was like eliminating a bunch of people. Yeah, so stupid. I don't know what he was thinking. Then we had just a random singles match between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Ronda Rousey... Oh, I remember this match. Yeah, Ronda Rousey defeated Charlotte Flair by disqualification after Charlotte snapped and started whipping the shit out of Ronda with a kendo stick.
Oh, yeah.
Just continued to continuously and mercilessly beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
This match was absolutely fantastic, and it was actually really irritating that it ended this way.
Yep.
But then she continued to beat her, and I was like, okay, I'm good with this.
Yeah.
This was awesome. Yeah, this was great. 14-minute bout. And then we had champion versus champion, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. Universal champion versus SmackDown champion. WWE champion, I should say. Brock Lesnar won. For whatever reason, I don't remember that match either.
I do. Incredible
Yeah.
match. Yeah.
Incredible. Okay.
Brock is so good. I mean, he
Yeah.
can be dominating somebody like Bryan, like Daniel Bryan here in this match, or AJ the year before, and he will sell. They'll hit a low blow on him, he'll sell it, and he just makes it look so believable that someone smaller like that's going to beat him.
Yeah.
But then he'll.
Yeah, I remember Lesnar versus Triple H, or not Triple H, Lesnar versus CM Punk, which was just amazing. Yeah. Okay, apparently I have to watch 2018 and 2017. So we've got a great women's match in Rousey and Flair. We've got a great main event. We had a great cruiserweight title match, and that was basically it. Seth Rollins and Nakamura may have been good, but I don't remember it at all. So I don't think this is as good as 2017. 2017 seems to be much better, but I think this is still good though. Well,
I'd put it
either
right.
Low, good, high, meh. What do you think? You were about to say something. Where were you?
Oh,
about to put it?
you don't want to know what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. We're too far apart. Okay.
I would just say maybe a little bit higher and good.
Okay. Right below 2000?
Yeah.
Or maybe right above 2000.
Above
2000.
Yeah. Because I would have said put it in great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It had a couple of great ones in there, but I don't think it's as good as 2017. No way. All right. 2019. What's this? Rosemont, Illinois. We kicked things off with. Oh, this was when NXT came into the picture. So this was a 5-on-5-on-5 women's elimination match. Team NXT, Team Raw, Team SmackDown. Team NXT was Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, also known as Io Sky, and Toni Storm. And they defeated Team Raw, which was Charlotte, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Sarah Logan, and Team SmackDown, which was Sasha Banks, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross in 28 minutes. So this was good. It was not great. I think this match gets way overrated just because NXT won.
Yeah.
And not only won, but they won convincingly, which I thought was great and really cool. But I think that overshadows or overhypes the match a little bit. The actual match itself was okay. It was good.
It was really good.
Yeah. Then we had a champions triple threat match between Roderick Strong, the North American champion, AJ Styles, the United States champion, and Shinsuke Nakamura, the SmackDown Intercontinental champion. And once again, NXT comes out on top. Roderick Strong won. And if I remember correctly, this was also a pretty damn good match.
It was a really good match. You got AJ Shin and Roderick.
Yeah, Roderick's amazing. He's so underrated. He's so good. So underutilized. 16-minute bout. Great one. Then we had the NXT Championship, Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne. 14-minute match. Adam Cole retained his title. This was great as well.
It was. Yep.
Yeah. Love these two guys. They were absolutely fantastic in the ring. Oof. Then we had the Universal Championship match, and things go downhill. We had The Fiend retaining his title against Daniel Bryan in one of those stupid red light matches.
Yeah. Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah. Especially if you go back, Bray Wyatt, the original Bray Wyatt character, and Daniel Bryan had an amazing one-on-one match. I think it was one of Bray Wyatt's earliest matches in WWE. Then you had a 5-on-5-on-5 men's Survivor Series triple threat elimination match. Team SmackDown won. against Team Raw and Team Team NXT. Team SmackDown was Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, King Corbin, Mustafa Ali, and Shorty G.
Shorty G. Shout out to Shorty
man.
G.
That poor guy. Team Raw was Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Ricochet. Team NXT was Tommaso Ciampa, Damian Priest, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and Walter. Wow. What a stacked match.
Yep.
I don't remember the match, though, for some reason.
I do.
Is there a reason?
I remember two very, very striking things. One, guess who got eliminated 3 minutes into the match? Walter.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Some bad booking decisions.
Yeah. Walter.
Okay.
3 minutes. He got jobbed out.
That's pathetic. Okay, and then
you had Keith Lee staying until the end. Roman defeated Keith Lee.
Interesting. Yeah.
Roman,
sounds like just a bad booked match.
Yeah, Roman was the sole survivor.
Was this good? I don't remember it, and I think that's why.
Yeah, I mean, overall the match was really good. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, that's just what I remember most. I was really looking forward to seeing what Walter would do against Roman, against Seth, Orton. But he just got jobbed out 3 minutes in.
Yeah. All right. I do remember this one. No holds barred match for the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar retained his championship against Rey Mysterio in a 7-minute bout. This wasn't what it could have been. Like when you were talking about how Lesnar is great at making the small guys look like they're going to win. He did that really well against CM Punk. He apparently did that really well against Daniel Bryan. This did not work. This did not work at all. Ray is not a no holds barred guy.
No, he is not. He was really not.
No, he's not. And then the main event was a women's triple threat match. Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, defeated Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, and Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion, by submission in 18 minutes. And this was also a pretty good match.
It was a pretty good match.
Yeah. All right. This was a pretty damn good card.
Oh, and another side note to the match before, the Brock and Ray. This is when Dominic first showed up.
Oh, yeah, he came out after the beating that Ray took.
And then Lesnar gave Dominic a German. Yeah. Lesnar manhandled.
A really bad German.
Yep.
Or bad in terms of like it looked rough for Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, pretty good show. Let's see. Downwards, we had The Fiend and Daniel Bryan was poop. The rest of it was pretty good, though.
Yeah, the rest of it was really good.
I don't know. Do we have a goat here, or is it great? It's at least great. I would say it's better than 2017 for sure.
Then put it in amazing.
I think it's got to be better than 1987, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't think it's GOAT, though?
Amazing.
Okay. All right. 2020. Should we just skip this? This must have been not in front of a crowd, right?
No, it was.
Yeah, it was Thunderdome.
No, it was not.
Yeah. I have to assume we're putting this in trash. I never watched it because I didn't watch during the Thunderdome era because I hated it. Do we even want to talk about it? I don't remember it because I didn't watch it and I didn't care about it at the time. I literally went on like a non WWE watching binge during the pandemic because I couldn't watch it without a crowd. I couldn't do it. I kept up to date on what was happening so that when it came back, I could watch it, but I never watched it.
I mean, we can't just blindly say.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
It'll be quick.
All right. Opener was Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw was AJ Styles, Keith Lee. Keith Lee was on Raw.
He was, yeah.
Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle. Defeated Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and Otis in 19 minutes.
This was a clean sweep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's why. I hate that booking.
Because, pal.
Because yeah. Was that your Vince McMahon impersonation?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Man.
It was a rough one.
Then we had the Street Profits, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, defeated the New Day, who was the Raw Tag Team Champions. 13-minute bout. Then we had Bobby Lashley, the United States Champion, defeated Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion. 7 minutes. Pretty short.
That was with as the Hurt Business.
Oh, Hurt Business. Yeah. Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's Champion, defeated Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion.
Actually, go back to the last one. You see Bobby, the Hurt Business against Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Broken up. That was the first faction.
What do you mean?
That was the first faction that Sami Zayn broke up.
Oh.
Sami Zayn's the faction. Sami Zayn's the
faction
killer.
breaker?
Yeah, he is the faction killer.
That's funny.
That's why he needs to go
awesome.
to AEW and break up all those factions.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Then we had the 5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series match. So Team Raw, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce defeated Team SmackDown, which was Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Natalya in 23 minutes.
This was when the whole Lana kept going through a table every week. That Nia was putting Lana through a table every week. And the build up to this was Lana was going to win and put Nia through a table, but she didn't do that this week or in this show. But Lana was the sole survivor because Nia Jax and Bianca Belair got counted out, which left Lana as the only remaining person in the match.
Weak.
Very weak.
Weak ending.
And that was supposed to be her big payoff to the feud with Nia.
Yikes.
Yep.
And in the main event, we had SmackDown's Universal Champion Roman Reigns defeating Drew McIntyre, Raw's WWE Champion, by technical submission in 24 minutes.
That would be interference from Jay.
Oh, was this the start of the
This was
Bloodline?
This was a few months after the beginning of that title reign.
Gotcha.
Jay ran down the side and tussled with McIntyre. A low blow on McIntyre, then followed up by a super kick from Jay.
Was this no crowd Thunderdome, or was this the webcam Thunderdome?
This was, let me see, this was...
Because the webcam Thunderdome I could at least watch because...
Yeah.
It had crowd noise pumped in and everything, but...
Yeah, this was the Thunderdome.
Okay. I might add it to my list of things to watch then, because I can't watch any of the stuff where they did it out of the PC. Like, I just can't. It was awful. All right, where are you putting this? Because I can't contribute in this particular one.
Well, but then after that match, that's when they had the Undertaker retirement ceremony.
Oh,
they had
which was stupid.
Undertaker come out with Shane, Big Show, Bradshaw, Jeff Hardy, Mick Foley, Godfather, the Godwins, Savio Vega, Rikishi, Kevin Nash, Booker T, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Triple H, and Kane. That's basically, the whole retirement ceremony for the Undertaker in front of nobody.
Yeah, really
very
stupid.
Odd. Yeah,
they should have waited for sure.
It
was not a great era.
Top of trash.
Top of trash.
Top of trash. Yeah, you can't put it down at the bottom.
I don't know where I would put it because I haven't seen it, but
just
top of trash.
For
bad
circumstances.
Yeah. All right, we're in the final final 3 or 4 here. 2021 was in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center, and we kicked things off with Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, versus Charlotte, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Becky Lynch won in 18 minutes. Why don't I remember this? These ones I should really remember because they were really recent.
This was the one after the title switch, with the big title switch thing where Charlotte threw the title on the ground.
The fiasco. Yeah. Interesting. I should watch that. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why that doesn't ring a bell. This match. I'll have to see it. All right. Then we had Team Raw versus Team SmackDown 5-on-5 men's elimination match. Team Raw: Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley defeated Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus in 30 minutes.
Happy Corbin.
Yeah, don't remember this one.
That would have been Seth Rollins.
I'm wondering if this was still in the era where I just didn't watch. Like, I don't know. I don't remember this at all. Like, zero knowledge. This might be one I have to fill in the gap. Who was the survivor in this one?
Seth Rollins, sole survivor.
Then we had, I definitely didn't watch this show, The Rock 25th Anniversary Battle Royal. And Omos won by eliminating Ricochet. It was a 10-minute Battle Royal. Okay.
Notable names in this would be, let's see, Otis, R-Truth.
AJ Styles was in there.
Chad Gable.
Wow.
He was back to Chad
Sami
Gable.
Zayn.
Commander Aziz. Mansoor. Jinder Mahal. And probably the most notable of all, Big T-Bar from Retribution.
T-Bar. So notable.
T-Bar.
Oh, Cesaro was in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews, Montez Ford. There were some names in there.
Big Dancing Shanky.
Oh my god.
Eric and Ivar.
Did they win anything for it, or was it just because reasons?
Nah, because reasons. Because it was the 25th anniversary of
The Rock.
The Rock's first match. But The Rock was not there.
Yeah. Really, really weird.
Yep.
Okay. Then we had RK Bro, the Raw Tag Champs, versus the Usos, the SmackDown Champs, and RK Bro won in 14 minutes.
Good match, I'm sure.
I definitely didn't watch this pay-per-view. This is weird. I don't know how this is missing from my Rolodex. It's very strange. Then we had the 5-on-5 women's. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team Raw was Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina. SmackDown was Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Natalya, and Toni Storm. Team Raw won in 23 minutes.
Bianca Belair came back from a 1-3 deficit and was a sole survivor for Team Raw.
And then the main event, Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, defeated Big E, the Raw WWE Champion. Wow, this is during Raw, Big E's title reign, huh?
Yep. That's when
his short-lived title reign. 21 minutes. Yeah, I definitely did not watch the show. Did you?
I watched it. I mean, I watched them all, but I don't. There's a few things that I don't specifically remember.
Well, that means they were forgettable.
It was pretty forgettable.
Where would you put this? Because I can't do anything.
I put it in bad.
Okay. Anywhere in particular?
Between 11 and 13. And I think Yancey had a point. I think Ricochet was distracted because he was behind the scenes being the reason that AEW was formed.
What? What was that about? Was that some sort of inside joke, or was that a legitimate thing?
So Ricochet was on a podcast this last week, and the hosts were talking about how I guess the match style that Ricochet had was kind of the genesis of what AEW is. And
oh, I see.
Ricochet basically said, AEW is a thing because of me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
like
kind
in a
of
cocky way or a sarcastic way?
a cocky way, yeah. With a cocky way.
Wow.
Yeah.
The more that time goes by, the more that him and his wife strike me as like people that are just really full of themselves.
Yeah. But I mean, I did watch Dynamite last night, and his little promo, his little backstage promo that he had, he's kind of playing like a cocky heel type. So I don't know if
Ooh,
he's trying to make
heel
that.
Ricochet.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's trying to make that into a little gimmick that he's got or what. But yeah, it wasn't that good.
All right, let's move on to 2022.
Yep.
Which was in Boston, Mass. Started off with a women's war games. Dante is really he's basically begging me to go upstairs, and he's not allowed to.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, so he's being a bad boy. Women's war games match: Team Belair versus Team Damage Control. Team Belair being Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, random, and Becky Lynch. And obviously, Team Damage Control was Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and then you had Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley in there. In a nearly 40-minute bout. This was a pretty good one. This was the one where Io Sky jumped off the top with the trash can on her head.
The one?
The first time.
The first one. Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty good. It was definitely better than the most recent one. I don't know who the sole survivors were. I think it was Belair and Asuka.
Becky Lynch?
Oh wait, no, this was a war games match. It wasn't an elimination.
Okay, yeah.
Moving on. AJ Styles defeated Finn Balor by pinfall in 18 minutes. Standard singles match.
Yep.
Okay.
AJ with the OC against Finn with the Judgment Day.
Ronda Rousey retained her SmackDown Women's Championship against Shotzi in a 7-minute bout.
Probably 6 minutes longer than it needed to be, but they gave 7 minutes, which is fine.
Oh, what is with my cat right now? Dante, you times don't have to tell you can't go up there. He's literally just sitting by the door whining. Like, stop. You want me to open up the door, you're going to leave the house. And then we'll see how much you want to go upstairs. Oh my god. I love you, buddy, but you don't know why you're being so irritating today. Okay. Then we had a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Austin Theory defeated Seth freaking Rollins and Bobby Lashley to win the United States Championship. 14-minute bout. This was okay. I remember this match.
Yeah.
It was all right. And then the main event was the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes War Games match. So the Bloodline was obviously Roman Reigns, Jay and Jimmy, Solo, and Sammy versus Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. And this was the one where the story was, will Sammy take out Kevin?
Yep.
For the Bloodline. This was a great match.
It was really good match. Yep, really, really good match.
I still absolutely hate that they called him Butch.
Yeah.
But it was still great. I think this is a low to mid good.
Yeah, I'd say mid good.
Mid good. Better or worse than 2000? Right smack dab in the middle. 2023 was in Rosemont, Illinois. And we started off with the women's War Games match again. Bianca Belair, Charlotte, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch defeated Damage Control, Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane in a 33-minute match. Maybe this was the one where she did the the garbage can. I don't remember which one it was.
You don't remember which one it was?
That's not good.
Yeah, we'll keep going. She does it in all of them.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Then we had Gunther retaining his Intercontinental title against The Miz. As if anyone believed that The Miz could defeat Gunther.
But Gunther could make it look like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good for what it could be.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you had people cheering for The Miz.
Yeah, that's true.
You really did.
Santos Escobar defeated Dragon Lee in a 7-minute bout. Why was this even on the card?
And what's even more
Oh.
interesting to me is both of these have been on the main roster for over a year.
Who?
Santos Escobar and Dragon Lee.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't understand why this was a pay-per-view worthy match.
Faction. Because faction.
Weird. Rhea Ripley defended her women's world championship against Zoe Stark in 9 minutes.
Yeah, how did Zoe get that match?
Yeah, she was like a Trish thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was post Trish. I don't know. I don't remember that. And then we had the men's War Games match, which was Cody, Seth, Jay, Sammy, and Randy Orton.
A returning Randy Orton
Defeating the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre, which was a phenomenal match with Randy Orton getting the massive pop upon his return.
Yep.
And then after the match, we had CM Punk's return as well.
Yep.
Did I say it was in Chicago?
No, Rosemont. It's Chicago.
Rosemont, yeah.
Ish. Chicago area.
So we had this one. This was another mid good. I think. What, you think this one was worse?
No,
or better? You think this one was better than the last one? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was much better than the last one.
I mean, we had 2 matches that really didn't deserve to be on this card, as opposed to the last one. And we can't remember much about the women's War Games match because we don't know which one was which. This one and the last one. I don't know. Where would you put it?
Great.
Really?
I would.
Wow. I'm surprised. What makes you think it's great?
Because the highest parts of it were that great.
Okay. I would concede to below 2017. I think 2017 was better. So still great, but below 2017.
I mean, I'm reading the women's War Game, and I do remember it had Becky doing the manhandle slam from the second rope through a table. I mean, kind of sounds like kind of a repeat of this year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it for great.
Okay. Are we okay to put it before 2017?
Yeah.
So right there. Okay. And then we get to the most recent, which should be a little interesting. Vancouver, British Columbia just happened a couple of weeks ago. Do we need to retread this? We just talked about it on the last show.
Just a quick recap. Lift the matches and who
Women's
won.
War Games. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley defeated the Judgment Day. Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. This was a bad one.
It was bad. Very bad.
Yeah, this was really bad. Shinsuke defeated LA Knight in his return match for the United States Championship. 9-minute bout. I liked it for what it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match for what it was.
Yep.
It was confusing to me why it happened, but it was good for what it was.
But it was good for what it was, yeah. Braun Breaker defeated Sheamus and Ludwig in a triple threat for the Intercontinental title in 14 minutes. This one was great.
Very good. Very good match.
Very good. Then we had Gunther defeating Damian Priest in basically a repeat of their SummerSlam match.
Good, not great.
Good, not great.
Good, not great.
And then we had the men's War Game match. Roman, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk defeated the Bloodline and Bronson Reed in 41 minutes.
Good to great.
And that was good. That was at least good.
Yep. Good to great.
If not great. I would say this one. Ooh, man, that women's match really fucking soured it, didn't it? I would say top of good.
Top of good? Ooh.
Or am I too high?
I think so.
Okay. Where are you thinking?
Meh.
Meh? I don't. I liked the main event, and I liked the triple threat match. I liked the Shinsuke match, but the women's match just completely sucked. It was atrocious.
That women's
And the
match
Gunther,
just brought it way down.
yeah, and then Gunther Damien was just a repeat of their SummerSlam match, so it really didn't do anything for me. But 3 out of 5 is pretty good. I think it deserves being good. No, top of meh or low good? Top of meh.
Top of meh.
Okay, I'll concede to top of meh.
Yeah, I'll compromise to it.
All right. That is our final tally. Oof.
Yeah.
I think we can all say for certain that Survivor Series should no longer be associated with the Big Four. It is not one of the Big Four, in my opinion. Money in the Bank should definitely be replace Survivor Series.
Yeah, it's definitely
swap them around. Yeah,
definitely
put Survivor Series.
luster.
Yeah, put Survivor Series before wherever Money in the Bank is, and put Money in the Bank where Survivor Series is. That's my take. Because I just this pay-per-view is not good. It is not good. I mean, the greatest of all time Survivor Series was 22 years ago.
Yes.
Like, that's not good, man. It's not good.
No.
All right. Well, this has been a long video, so let's wrap things up. This has been the Survivor Series ranked episode of Wrestling Renaissance Run-In.
You want to do a quick predictions for main event?
Saturday night's main event?
Just real quick.
Sure.
We got a list of
do you have the matches pulled up?
Yeah.
I don't know what what the card is.
Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
I think it makes sense for Cody to keep it.
Unfortunately, I think it makes sense for Cody to win, but I think it would be good for things if Kevin Owens won the title.
Yeah, I'd love to see Kevin win it. That'd be really cool.
Cody can win it back at Rumble. Cody can win it back at Netflix Raw or what. But I mean,
whenever.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it would be cool for Kevin to win, but for them to do such a huge title shift on Saturday night's main event, I don't know. I think we will get a title change at that show. I don't think it'll be Cody and Kevin though.
Next one will be Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship match.
Why give it to Io now? I think Liv will take it.
I know, because is the story with Rhea done? Is Rhea still coming for the title?
Yeah, I don't think it's done. Yeah, I think Liv's keeping it.
The WWE World Heavyweight Championship match: Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest.
When this was just Gunther versus Finn Balor, I almost saw Finn winning it, but now that Damian Priest is involved, this just screams Finn and Damian are going to cost each other winning the title.
And
Gunther's going to keep it.
And are they starting a face turn for Gunther?
No.
It almost seems like they are. So. I don't know.
I think they teased it, but I don't think they're going to run with it. It doesn't make sense. He's such a good heel. Why make him a face? You know.
Drew McIntyre.
So I think Gunther will keep it.
Drew versus Sammy was added this week.
Drew for sure.
Yeah. And then the U.S. Championship, or the Women's U.S. Championship, the winner of Bayley and Chelsea Green versus the winner of Michin and Tiffany Stratton.
Ooh, I mean, I guess you have to assume it'll be Bayley and Tiffany. Oh man, who would you want as your first United States champion? I mean, I have to assume Bayley.
I think they're going Chelsea.
Really?
I think they're going to go Chelsea. Yeah.
They're going to throw her the bone.
I think
it won't be Tiffany because she's got the the briefcase. She doesn't need a
right. Yeah.
She doesn't need a belt right now.
Right. Yeah.
Michin doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I'd say either Bayley or Chelsea makes sense. I would go with Bayley because I just think they like to give the title to, like, when they make new titles, they tend to give it to someone they know will have a, you know, a long-standing, oh, I know who that is,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't know if Chelsea will ever
No, I don't
meet
know.
that criteria,
I mean, she's
but maybe.
she's done a lot of jobs this year. I think they'll
Yeah, she
I
has.
think they'll throw her a bone.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yep. And that's it.
Was that it?
That is it.
So that means no, there wouldn't be a title change. So there is going to be a title change. So I got to change one of my picks. There's no way they're not going to do a title change. Who the hell would they do, though? Maybe it will be Kevin.
I would like that. I would like it.
Especially if it's the main event, they might do a shocker. You know, you had to tune in.
Yep.
You know, kind of a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see your point. All right. All right. Well, that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to check me out on the socials, I am at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am at Cole2K. CULL letter 2, number 2, letter K.
Letter 2, number K.
It's been a long show, man.
And it's the longest show I've ever done on this YouTube channel.
Yep.
That's what we get when we do every pay-per-view ever. All right. And don't forget to check out the Discord channel.
Discord.gg/Wrestling Nation Zone.
You said it.
For all your
that is
nightly shows and PLEs and pay-per-view chat.
Yep. Chat us up. And no, you can't follow me on Twitter because Twitter can suck it. Can suck the big one. I am not on Twitter anymore. All right. This has been Wrestling Renaissance Run-In. And enjoy Saturday night's main event.
Yes, so we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.